I call it KKK because my
All
chocolate
right, so
hate.
fellas, how y'all fellas doing today? I want to ask y'all, how was y'all Memorial Day to start off? How was y'all?
I was chilling all day.
We not going. Oh shit.
Good. I'm at work right now.
Man.
Eating lunch.
I ain't do not a thing. I laid in bed and watched My Hero. I saw
Bro, I've been binging One Piece all
I
day.
saw them tweets.
entertaining drama. I stayed out the
Who was
way.
entertaining drama?
I saw niggas talking about drama on the TL, but I didn't see none of the drama myself.
Yeah.
I am off the TL. God bless.
Oh God.
Wait a minute, hold on. Can we introduce ourselves real quick? Because I don't think the niggas know who we are and who's talking.
All right.
You feel
I'm
me?
gonna go.
Starting off.
Go ahead.
You want me to go?
ahead.
Shit. All right. Well, y'all may or may not know me. My name is the infamous Dat Kidius or Dat Kid Deus or just Deus. You feel me? That nigga. Period. Up next is Doncho.
They call me Doncho. All my friends call me Doncho. All you other niggas call me Dan. Pretty much, I'm a simple, Twitter nigga. You know what I'm saying? I chase bread. Pretty much it. D. Lucifer, not Lucifer. Lucifer with an L.
Oh,
It's
she
an
got an
L
L
in
in
that
that bitch? I this whole entire time I never knew that shit.
Lucifer.
Oh,
So
shit.
fuck with your boy.
You dig? We got the homie Gambino.
Gambino in the building. Goat Bino on Twitter. Just trying to get my crowd up and shit.
I don't know about all that shit, nigga. Next.
I hear a hater.
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
I hear a hater in this bitch, bro.
Next, we got that nigga Hero.
Yo,
You feel me?
Hero. Follow me on Twitter at XXG Hero. Get my clout up. Help a nigga shine.
That nigga is a villain.
So that nigga a villain.
That nigga is a villain.
Technically, everybody in
Not
this
me.
bitch is a
I'm a
villain.
Shit, I ain't no villain.
I'm an anti-hero.
Yeah,
I'm the hero of all our
protagonist.
lives.
Speaking of anti-heroes, nigga, we got fucking Pastor Keys in this bitch.
Yeah. Oh, so it's my turn, baby? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
nigga.
get this nigga off the mic.
My ad on Twitter is Daddy Fat Sacks, aka the original pretty boy Twitter. Look, I need y'all niggas to go ahead and hit that follow button ASAP. I'm a propaganda. Agenda, my nigga.
Oh,
We
bro.
will cut that shit
This
short.
guy stinks.
Hey, all right. So, but last, but certainly
about that?
not least, we got the big homie Rambo. You feel me? Introduce yourself, my guy.
Y'all might know me on Twitter. Y'all might not know me on Twitter. I'm Rambo. At name ASAP Rocky. Nigga with the dreads. Feel me? Actually, I don't even got dreads anymore. That shit crazy.
This nigga don't know what he look like.
Right. I'm telling you, dog. Shit crazy.
Crazy.
AKA owner of the credit bureau. You know, I re-roll, nigga.
Oh my goodness.
Get this nigga out of here.
Oh my God.
This nigga needs to
Gotta
be stopped,
be.
bro.
You can't stop me. I'm the villain
Jeez.
of villains, boy. Stop it. No.
Nigga. Okay.
We finna stage a coup in this bitch.
Shit.
Don't worry about it.
Look. These niggas been trying to stop me for years. I still been here.
Talk to him.
What Essence? I did. It is, you said. Shit. All right. What? So, what was niggas talking about before I fucking started the introductions and shit? What we talking about?
I'm talking about
what,
Twitter
drama on the TL or something like that?
Niggas tried to spark
Oh,
up
yeah,
some
go
random
ahead.
drama again. Some unnecessary. Well, not unnecessary, but
Fill me in,
wasn't going
because I
nowhere.
wasn't
I
around.
I obviously didn't hit because I ain't see it on my TL. So
It wasn't on my TL, but
Nigga, because we didn't entertain it.
in chats. You know how that go.
Somebody told somebody to go back where they came from. That's all I know.
The part.
Oh no, that was a whole separate situation. I don't know nothing about that one, but
I know
the
about
original
that
one.
Commented on that, but you feel me? That situation, it didn't blow.
Yeah, that's because niggas we didn't really fucking entertain and shit. You feel me?
That nigga a clown.
That's why.
So what sparked this?
Nigga
Was
is a
this like
goofball for that
was this
shit.
like a regular conversation, or was this like an argument to begin with?
we talking about the second instance.
Well, either one.
or
Diaz
I mean,
was
well, the one.
about this
Well,
shit.
what really I'm asking about is the whole go back where you came from. What sparked that?
Fuck.
What was they talking about?
Are you okay?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me go back and find it.
I think
They was talking about One Piece.
Anime, I think.
Niggas
Yeah, it's talking about
Yeah.
One Piece, wasn't it?
like Threads and the motherfucker.
Some dude was saying like
quoted
this
it.
nigga shouldn't be a One Piece fan or something like that.
Yeah, he said keep these.
Yeah.
Right.
Reply back. Don't remember what he said. Then another nigga was like, how you gonna stop me from watching? He said, deport y'all back to Africa. Then the dude said,
Whoa.
nigga, I was born here, and you stole our from here. And then it kind of ended there.
That's
The nigga
crazy.
he ain't say nothing else.
He couldn't say nothing
Yeah.
else.
The fuck? Anyway.
Niggas on
yeah,
Twitter getting
the,
too
the
bold.
first
First of all,
Right.
God.
Mayonnaise Twitter need to pipe down.
No, he said mayonnaise.
I made my little comments on it.
Right, I peeped that.
Right.
just
I'm
tired of
locked for
motherfuckers
5
acting
more
like
days.
Wait, why are you locked?
I don't know
did
what
you
I
do?
did, bro.
5 more days, nigga.
No, like I got 5
Bro,
days left.
niggas is wild.
What the hell did you do though?
But
I
then
don't
you
know.
only-
I was
then you
talking
only
to
have 6.
Keys. I was talking to Keys. It's at 7. I was talking to Keys, bro, and I was like, that nigga sound retarded. And apparently somebody just reported the shit out my tweet, bro.
Oh yeah, GG, my nigga. They was trying. I
I
told
was
you, you
like,
got a hit list.
right.
Right. They was trying to get
Alright.
us out of here. They've been
That's
waiting
what I'm
for me to
saying.
slip
Like
up. Fuck
sometimes
you
don't you?
talking
I'm saying
about?
like don't even entertain these niggas because they're looking for
wasn't
any
even-
opportunity.
But it wasn't even me entertaining somebody. It was me talking to Keys saying that nigga sounded retarded. Like it wasn't
And they
even
they
like
look, they got your tweet notifications on just so
They
when you
gotta
say
have
some
They
it,
stupid
they
shit.
zoned
bro.
in on that one. They honed right in on that.
because it wasn't even
yeah.
me talking to a random. I was talking to Keys. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Hey, bro. But look, nah. The original instance earlier with the whole racism shit. Like, look, bro. I tweeted earlier, yesterday. I don't know if niggas peeped or not, but I was like, bro. What do y'all think the next quote unquote arc is going to be? I said, or like, when is it going to start? I said, it's definitely finna start tomorrow. You feel me? Next thing you fucking know, it's the usual shit with the same exact usual people.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck I'm
but the
talking
thing
about,
is
but-
though, when are we gonna?
yeah.
Can we talk about what a real arc is, bro? Like because I feel like some of the things that be going on don't really constitute an arc. You feel
They
what
be
I'm saying?
they
Like
be like filler and shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it be filler, bro. Like it would be filler. It just be like development. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it don't even be like filler.
Bro, but there's
Man,
no
and
development
arc
in these
building.
shits, bro.
It's side.
It's just the
stories,
plot
you know what I'm
progression,
saying?
bro.
Right.
Yeah, this shit, it's like a rehash side story, my nigga. Like,
Right.
if Anna Twitter was an actual anime, my nigga, this shit would be Boruto, my nigga. This
Chill.
shit has
Nah, don't do
Chill.
Boruto like that.
Oh, we got the Boruto
Don't do
defenders
Boruto
in the
like
podcast.
I
Oh,
would have
bro.
said
God.
fairy tale.
I would have said
Right.
Inuyasha if we keep it.
Hell
on
no.
All right, come on,
Hell
now.
no,
We
nigga.
not gonna do Inuyasha like that. Relax.
He went straight for the jugular.
Like what? I should have
Honestly,
said
on terms of
DBZ.
plot-
That's how we were gonna do it.
You would've said
On terms of
DBZ.
plot, I would have said Bleach.
And you
Because
look
all they do is
foolish.
all it is
Jalen.
the same shit.
But
No,
think-
no, no. All
you
it is
know
is
it
the
is,
same
though.
shit over and over.
And then
Oh, no,
Ichigo
Bleach-
just being
Bleach is
reset
accurate.
every arc.
Bleach is accurate.
Exactly.
Ichigo get reset every arc.
That's disrespectful. That is very
But
disrespectful.
it's
also
true though.
It's true though. I'm not
He
gonna
get
lie.
reset
it's
every
40.
arc.
Like, bruh, literally, like it don't make any sense, bruh. Cause these motherfuckers literally, like, I don't get it. Like on the weekends, these niggas be off, right? But like when during the week when niggas like are supposed to be productive, my nigga, they be on this shit for like 7 hours straight, arguing about the same exact bullshit that they done argued about like
Exactly.
last week. Like, bruh, literally, this all right, look. Today's instance, right? Basically, I don't know what her name is. I think her name is like Yaka or some shit. I don't fucking know. But Yada or something. I think it was Yada. Basically, last night at like 3 a.m. in the morning type shit, she had posted a fucking meme, right? And it was like I think it was that one nigga from Black Clover. He is Leopold's I wanna say
Oh,
Fraudulent
it's his
or
brother.
some
And it's
shit.
like, shut up,
Fuego
nigga. I know
Leon.
what you're talking about.
Fogaleon. Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga Fugelion, right? So it was a meme, right? And it said shut up N-word hard R. You feel me? I don't know if we can say that shit on here or not, but it said shut up N-word hard R on there, right? And apparently she had fucking tweeted the shit. And like as soon as she tweeted it, right, she didn't realize what the fuck it said because she thought like it was just like a panel or whatever. And her excuse was like, oh yeah, like she was tired or whatever, and she ain't know. So as soon as she realized that, like what the fucking the meme had said, it was already too late. Niggas was on her head. So what she did was she deleted the tweet, right? And like the next morning or whatever, when she woke up, niggas was in her mentions, you know, the usual shit. Then she posted a whole thread like apologizing. She was like, "Oh, she's like, I'm sorry everybody. I didn't know like the meme contained that." Like a whole fucking thread. And it seemed like she was like genuinely fucking like sorry about the shit. You feel me? So most people were like, you know what, it's all right, we'll let it slide. You feel me? Just make sure it doesn't happen again. You know, like any sensible person would. All right. But then you know what the fuck happened? The end of Twitter activists.
You already know the
pulled
group
up
that jumped
fake
on her neck.
activists. Yep. We already know exactly who the fuck it was.
I do
So,
have
yeah.
a comment on that though. I'm gonna keep
I
it
do
a
have a
fact.
comment on that too. I want to keep it 1,000 too.
I want to know how you click on. It's not like she scrolled through her media, right? Didn't look at what she clicked on and just sent it. That doesn't make sense. She had to save it in her phone.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, but the thing is though, right? When you're saving when you save a fucking a picture on Twitter, right, off your phone, you can there's two
There's
like
an
little
option
things
that
where it
allows you
says
to tweet it right
photo.
away.
That's
Yeah,
true,
it
but
allows
you
you to
still have
tweet
to
it
read what you
and
say,
then save
what you post, my nigga. That's all I'm saying.
And
Like,
you're not just gonna post a random meme.
Sir?
That's what I'm saying. Like to me, it sounds like a load of bullshit, and that's just me.
Yeah.
Like to me, it
sound
sounds
like bullshit
stupid.
for sure. But I'm saying like for her to at least try to apologize. I don't know if she was sincere or not. It's over the keyboard. But I could say I respect
It seems like it.
the apology. But I don't find what the fuck
Yeah.
she did okay.
I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, she even
I'll be
said it too.
completely honest. I don't even find the apology acceptable, and I'm just gonna keep it real to who the kind of person I am. It's like people. It's the keyboard. Like he said, it's over the keyboard. She could have been saying she apologized with a smile on her face, like you know what I'm saying,
And
like
I feel
laughing,
that
like
too.
I know how to. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep apologizing so they
Y'all
don't get me out of
apologize, just
here.
smile.
But you know what I'm saying, like.
True.
But like
Well,
I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
for
one of
you-
them things
True.
where it's like, how did you not know what
Right.
you like? What did you? How did you not know what you just posted? Like,
But yeah, her excuse was that it was 3:00 in the morning and like she was tired as fuck type shit. You feel me? So she was just like fucking tweeting bullshit.
But I'm saying like, bro, we grown now. We can only take shit like that so serious to an extent.
that's what I'm saying.
Because me personally, I'm not gonna do that. So I actually want to take back what I said. I'm not gonna say I respect the apology, but she could have been like, "Oh, fuck y'all," and kept going. So
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna.
She could have.
And
That's
at a
very
certain
true.
point too,
That's very
I'm
true.
at a
conflicted on the
certain point too,
situation.
is like how long are we gonna keep wasting our time coming at her for this mistake that she made? Like she made the like right. She went and she made her apology, right? After that, what more do we want?
That's what I'm
Like, do
saying.
we want-
But that's
But
what I'm
that's the
saying.
like,
thing,
do we
though.
wanna just-
Too.
do we want to just go at her like just
I don't
because
even
that's
think.
for
I
jokes
don't even
or
think.
what?
I don't
Like,
even think it's going at her. But I think in every instance from here on out, she very liable to get flamed. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you're very
She's
liable.
definitely
You're very
100%.
You're very
That's what I
liable
think
to
it
get
should be.
flamed in any instance.
I feel like we should tack it up as like, okay, like you have this, like this is like your strike, right? Like we know, like you basically building a record for yourself. So the next time it happens, we know this, like this ain't, like she ain't new to this, right? But this one time, like I just don't see
We'll
the
let it
point.
slide type shit.
Not even letting
Yeah,
it
we'll
slide,
let it
but
slide,
I just
bro.
don't see the point. Like after we get the apology, I don't see the point of beating like over a dead horse.
Yeah, I don't think we should beat over
Yeah,
dead horse.
that's all I'm saying. That's all
I'm just
about
more
slide.
so comment on the fact that we do have to keep it realistic and understand that there's a good chance that shorty was lying her ass off. And
Right.
knew exactly
Right.
what the fuck she
Right.
did. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. But my thing is this though, right? It's like I said, it's a constant cycle, bro. Like literally, niggas get on this shit, right? White person says the N word. You feel me? Fucking Twitter activist pulls up, right? Clowns that person. Everybody calms down. 2 days later, same exact shit happens. It's like it's a rinse and repeat, bro. And it's like
Right.
I feel like instead of just like fucking being like, oh yeah, you dumbass bitch. Da-da-da-da-da-da. How about we say like, bro, like my nigga, like I don't know, like
I don't think it needs to.
like
I
not
don't
something
think
different that
it
we
needs
can
to
do,
be
bro?
a matter. Like when everybody gets upset and like tries to roast, like not even roast. Let me say what I'm trying to say. When people get upset and try to like really dog and take somebody out, I think that's unnecessary because this is the internet. They finna make a whole new account with a
And be
whole
back
new
tomorrow.
alias
That
and be
shit
back.
is a waste of time.
But what I'm saying is you're gonna get flamed. We
Right.
finna go through this profile and roast you, like we finna
Definitely.
cook you.
My
like,
thing
you finna
is-
get cooked.
My thing was on it, this I saw that you posted. You pretty much was trying to say, instead of trying to cancel them, let's educate them on it. Now, by educating, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Hey, bro, look, this is how I feel about it." As long as you understand, you can say it. I'm going to break down points on why you shouldn't be saying it. Personally, I've said this before. I don't even feel like we should say it, but you feel me?
I said that shit too, nigga. I say that shit
So
all
if
the
we-
time, dude.
If we say it,
All
then
the
everybody
fucking
else
time.
feels like they can say it.
Right,
It's going-
and that's why I
exactly,
said I
bro.
feel like we shouldn't, because you feel me. Perception is reality, like I said, and people feel like what they see is okay. You feel me?
Like,
I
bro,
get that.
the N word is a
I
trend,
get
my nigga.
that.
Like,
But
nigga
that's
is a
the
trend,
but
bro.
that's
Let's keep it a stack.
but you have to understand though is to a degree that isn't really something we can control.
Right.
We could let's say we remove the N word from our lexicon. Let's say we entirely removed it and we were really trying to like, we do any other term. We can come up with any other term. They would still try to use it. They would still try to make it
Right.
part of their dialogue, a part of their culture. No matter what, they would try to take it. So really, I feel like it's not even necessarily the word that's the issue. It's the fact that we can't move without them trying to be us.
Away from
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we
That's
can't.
true.
That's
that
super
makes
facts.
sense.
But
True.
when I say I
True.
feel like we shouldn't say it, it's not solely on the fact that I think for them to stop doing it, it's like, why are we saying it in the first place? If people want to put a negative
Like-
connotation on it
Go
on
ahead.
both sides, nigga, we might as well just walk around and say, "Oh, that's my guy. Oh, what's good, brother? Oh, what's good, sis?"
But
You
we
feel me?
we do. I
Right.
feel like I think the power with us is our diversity. Like I feel like the fact that we can do both because we know that because between us we know the difference. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah,
with
it's
them,
codes.
they
Yeah.
don't understand the difference. But so how is it fair for us to feel like the way we change something around is wrong? You get what I'm saying? I feel like the way we changed it around is our way of giving ourselves our power, our doing our things, and us creating our own culture because we came here with culture, it got stripped from us, and we made something new. And what we did was we
Right.
took what they were trying to force upon us as evil, we took it, flipped it, made it our own, and that pisses them off. And now it turns
Hell yeah.
into a whole new degree of, okay, I want to be like y'all. I want to do what y'all do. Like a white dude want to say to me all the time, "Yeah, brother. Yeah, bro." You know what I'm saying? Like, but we not brothers. We not from the same nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh.
we not none of that. But they still want to fit in. They still want to be a part. And I feel like no matter what we do, we gotta always combat that. So I feel like that's really the struggle. Is us. If we never ever had to deal with Caucasians wanting to say the N-word, we would never have a conversation about how we shouldn't be saying it. I promise
Right.
you, we would
Facts.
never have the conversation. We never would.
Me personally, I don't care hearing people say it. But go ahead, bro.
Oof. I mean, I was finna say, bro, like this shit stemmed back all the way back to like our fucking like our fucking like civil rights leaders and shit, bro. Like even like them themselves like said, bro, like we should not be saying this shit at all. Like regardless of the connotation we're using it in, bro, we should not be saying it because at the end of the day, this shit still.
But that goes
who-
back.
That's
that goes
not
back
most
to
people
true,
lick the word.
though.
what
It's
That's
That's
not
from a
that's
fucking,
not the original
a
word.
racial slur. You feel me? So it's not true, but what I'm saying is though, but when people get offended by it, right? Like me, like when I say like nigga, like I tell you niggas all the time, like I think of it as like king shit. You feel like from the word niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at the word. I don't stem it from fucking like nigger.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that comes to a lack of understanding.
Most other people though,
And
when they say the word, they stem it from that, and then that's why they get offended.
As far as our people. Now, if I hear,
but this shit don't faze me no more.
I'm probably gonna check them on it. But I feel like going off of what Don said, if people don't really understand what they're talking about, I feel like they shouldn't say it at all. Like if you don't come from that everyday 24/7, should say 25/8 lifestyle of what we go through and how we interact with each other, it just doesn't
topic.
What gender war? Oh, yeah. So famous copy and paste. Shit, how did that shit happen? Oh yeah,
started with 4 niggas.
It all started with 4 niggas.
One was doing laundry, the rest were playing the game.
Yeah, literally. But all right. So basically, bro, it was what, me, Keith, Don,
2.
No, 2 is in there, right? Oh shit, 2 isn't in here right now. But anyway,
4 of us, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, what the fuck are we doing? We was all just in there in that bitch
no
chilling.
invite to nobody, but that's cool.
You feel me?
It definitely was public because you definitely was like
you
confirmed or
wasn't
something.
there, yeah,
so
nigga.
try it
Some
again.
bullshit. Yo,
Right.
Yeah,
anyway.
you tried it.
You tried that shit though.
I'm
But-
pretty sure it started with Keys.
It did start with Keith, but I'm trying to figure out how the fuck like we segued our way into that shit. You feel me? Like I don't know. I think it was just random, right?
It was a discussion going on. It was already currently a discussion going on.
We was talking
something that
about,
happened previously.
It was about we saw some gender bullshit on the TL, and then I was up there doing laundry, and I was like, you know what, y'all niggas, I'm tired of this shit. Why don't we flip the script and post what they be posting and see how it turned out, just as a copy and paste, and the shit blew up. We did that shit right on the spot, and they got hundreds of retweets in less than an hour.
I got like 36.
Every dude.
Like, bruh, honestly, yo, this whole gender war shit, I ain't finna lie, bruh.
It's
like,
a joke.
That shit corny.
This shit is fucking dumb, my nigga.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? You know what I noticed? And I'm not even being biased, bruh. You don't see niggas on the TL besides clearly when we did the copy and paste. You don't see anyone like playing victim. You feel me? Like trying to victimize themselves and make every situation about them. I see a lot of the same ones, the same women on the TL making shit about them that has nothing to do with them.
For real.
But you know what I do see from dudes on the TL though that we gotta stop, that we gotta work on, bro.
Gatekeeping.
Is that there's not even just gatekeeping. Stop assuming that just because someone doesn't act like you, they're lame.
True.
Or you're better than them.
Hell yeah.
Or there's really, and I'm not gonna specifically speak on nobody, but there is people on this app who genuinely who have too much of a following, who every time you see them, they're trying to find a joke on somebody else. They're trying to find some way to, you know what I'm saying, to find someone's tweet as a joke.
I see that shit all the time. And another thing is, we gotta start getting on these sheep, these yes men on the TL.
Yes, bro.
Are really the
sheep,
big problem.
yes.
Because if them niggas wasn't giving them corny ass posts so much attention, them niggas would be on there. And that's what I was talking about the other day.
The sheep.
Yeah, sheep.
Oh,
they try to be on the TL talking about, oh yeah, y'all, I really fuck with this anime. It's really dope. And they'll make themselves vulnerable to the TL, putting their emotions out there, right? But then if they see someone else that don't really correspond to how they feel on the TL, they try to target them and make them seem, they try to alienize them like they weird or something. And I think that shit's corny. Like, I feel like that's what you talking about, right?
That's what
Yeah,
the hell
exactly
y'all
what
did
I'm
to me
talking
with Dragon Ball Z and Inuyasha shit. Don't try that.
Nigga,
no,
what?
stop it. You tried
Stop it.
Stop it. You tried to say that Inuyasha was better than DBZ, and as you should, you got flamed. Stop.
But I had points. I didn't come with no bullshit.
I
Though.
mean,
I had
that's
points.
cool.
Whatever,
At
bro.
least you didn't come in empty-handed, but it was still bullshit. You didn't expect anyone to say anything just from the fan base alone.
I mean, I expected to get more respect during the conversation than I received.
Come on, nigga.
Come on, man.
But I get what he mean, though. I get what you're saying.
I mean, like,
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
like I feel like a lot of niggas too, they make situations a lot more personal than they need to be. Like, you know how
I feel that
we
as
could
well.
be talking and we might call each other a name or some shit, but we know we playing.
Right.
Motherfuckers would be on the TL and be like, man, this motherfucker is so stupid. Damn, this nigga slow. Like, fuck your show. Fuck you, nigga. Oh, I'm about to block you. Like, they be getting real personal for
Really
no
mad.
reason.
Or they
Yeah.
actually
Really
block you and then they report your
I
account
think
as some
that's
bullshit.
unnecessary, bruh.
You're right. And for example, this one dude, he tweeted, he was like, just came from a pussy appointment or something like that. And as corny as that shit was the corniest shit I ever heard in my life. Like, that shit was the corniest shit I ever heard in my life. But niggas hopped on it so quick. They hopped on it so quick. And I was like, listen, bro. Lame niggas get pussy too, bro. Little do you know. You get what I'm saying? Like,
niggas just want to be a part of the jokes, man. That's how they
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That same nigga though that we were clowning and shit. The reason why I was laughing and me and Drowsy were laughing, the reason why we were laughing in the chat was because I'm not gonna put his business out there, but let's just say he did some fuck shit, right? And he got exposed in the chat by somebody and shit. And then like
cool.
What?
And niggas hopped on it because he already a known clown.
Yeah.
And I get that. But at the same time, that's what I mean though, is that y'all be hunting for a joke. You get like niggas really be hunting they really hunt for, even on my tweet, I literally posted a tweet saying how my boss told me I could go home because she bought the wrong paint. And niggas is trying to make a joke out of it like it's a joke on my expense. Like, no, dog, I got to go home early. What's the joke?
You know, another thing is people try
what's
to
the joke?
People get mad at you clearly making a joke. Like yesterday with the whole anime opening twerk shit. Nigga, I saw it and I was like, okay, shoot, I'm gonna put Small Bomb up here if y'all want to twerk the songs. This is fire. Niggas gonna hop on here and start quoting, bro, delete this. Oh my fucking God, I can't believe y'all niggas. Stop saying this is underrated. I'm about to block you. Like,
and they
didn't even understand what you were going for.
Yeah, they take it dead serious
because they be so out the loop, but want to comment on something so bad.
Yeah,
and I feel like just as if they're grown, you feel me? I don't know how they are mentally. Just as someone that should have base common sense, you should be able to understand when someone is at least being sarcastic, bro.
Right.
Someone tried to come at me for bait today. Like, what the fuck did he say? It was about the same opening, and he said something like pretty much, I need to stop saying this is underrated. And I was like, fuck, I forget what I said. It ended up just coming down to me saying, bro, I post bait because I think it's funny. I don't do it all the time, but it's jokes. He said, did you just say that you post bait for clout? No, nigga.
For jokes.
You know what I mean?
Nigga, get out my mentions, bro.
But that's the thing, though. People assume that you posting a joke means you want clout. Maybe I like making niggas laugh. Like maybe I like putting a joke on a TL. Like
maybe I'm just
I like
fucking funny and you're
LOL.
not.
Right, like maybe I can make people laugh, bro. Like it's not, somebody is playing the fuck out of their controller. I just want you to know you are playing the fuck out of whatever game you're playing. Like whatever game you're playing the fuck out of it.
That nigga hitting them sticks, bro.
This motherfucker hella sensitive, bro. I ain't
It's
know.
like all I hear is thunk, thunk, thunk.
That nigga slamming the sticks hard as fuck,
Like
bro.
damn.
He unlocking levels that don't exist and shit.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga putting in GTA codes and shit, GTA cheat codes.
Hey, bro, chill. My bad. I'm fucking up this monster right now.
But seriously, like niggas, they hunt for it. Like they really hunt for some way for me to. And then he'll say to you, "Did you post bait for clout?" But you're trying to roast him for clout.
Right.
So
the nigga that posted a picture of me the other day. Like, what are you on?
That's what I'm saying.
A nigga posted a picture of you the other day.
Bro, he posted a picture of him trying to crack jokes. Got 0 likes, 0 retweets. What do you need?
Exactly. But you see how hard he was trying to go on them jokes because he thought that was going to get him clout.
Like you thought that was going to get you so much attention.
Like for example, bro, the other day, right? I had gotten to it with a certain somebody, right? And basically, right. I can't remember what the tweet was, but they were like, oh, yeah. They were like, oh, the whole Nojiko shit. Remember? They're like, oh, you see why people... She's like, oh, now I see why people don't like you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, no, motherfucker. I was like, niggas don't like you.
Right.
Who you talking about?
On our side, huh? Remember the whole Nojiko situation?
When she hopped on the copy in the
I
page,
know
when
exactly what
she
you're
hopped in
talking
on
Yeah.
the joke. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like Amy too, but I feel like she shouldn't have tried to go out of her way to attack someone when it was clearly a copy pasta. Like niggas was
Like, bro,
like posting that.
motherfuckers try to do
Like,
that same exact shit to me too, bro. Like, well, I remember my first Deem Star shit, dog.
Yeah, and everybody was just on that.
right.
Yeah, nigga did the same thing. They're like, oh, now I see why nobody likes you. Well, shut the fuck up.
Bruh,
Nah, damn.
I found that whole situation lame because all Nojiko or Jana was doing was, like supporting and being funny like how we was being funny. And then for
She
some
really just
reason, old girl
participating,
tried to
like-
turn that narrative into something having to do with Bree.
Yeah,
And it had nothing to do with her.
at all, bro.
And then I thought that shit was corny. And then I called old girl out on it, and she was like, I don't care. Either way, she was in her DMs or whatever being cool. Or like they used to be cool,
Something that's
she started acting
irrelevant.
fake.
Something that's irrelevant to what even was going on. You went out of your
Right.
way to try to put her on blast on the TL by saying, "I see why nobody likes you," and all she was doing was posting a joke. So clearly, whatever it is, clearly the real situation is you don't like Nojiko, and men on Twitter for some reason get under your skin, or men in
Oh,
general.
yeah.
I don't know who broke your heart and threw you in a ditch, but hey, it's not our fault. Like,
That's
I'm
why I
sorry.
said
Like-
you're incompetent. I can't conversate with you. Like you talking about nothing. We can't converse.
But
on
then,
the TL.
That was just the
everything-
point that I was
but
like,
all of this goes full circle again, though, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Hero, but I'm saying it all
Right.
goes back full circle because why she tried to make it about Bree was because after me, Keys, Diaz, people who Bree actually talked to in DMs and on the TL, she seen the post, she realized, oh, it's a joke going on. So Bree made a tweet responding to the joke, making her laugh. And of course, the sheep and the dudes that take jokes too seriously on Twitter tried to start hopping on her because they think that she's intruding on something that she's not supposed to be a part of when she was in it before y'all were in it. You get what I'm
For
saying?
real, right.
Y'all tried to hop
and
on
that goes back to what we were
y'all tried
saying.
to hop on her
about-
on a tweet she made 35 minutes ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are
That's
late.
what I was going back to saying. Niggas trying to hop on a joke to get clout when you're all the way out of the loop. Like, you're not even remotely understanding, like, what's even going on. But they just trying to be on a hive mentality type
But
shit.
then you
Oh,
got the
God.
And niggas don't really like, and people don't like Brie already off rip. On the
for
So
no
why
reason.
add
though.
to that?
They have
They
Hey,
don't like
Jesus.
her because she's herself and she makes herself vulnerable. You got
exactly.
to understand, a lot of people
Right.
on this app, on this side of Twitter, self-esteem is so low. They don't like when people are able to display themselves with no worries.
It's
Oh,
intimidating.
and let you have grammar issues in your tweets. They lose their minds. Like,
Oh,
what is
bro.
wrong with y'all? Like when I had to
Niggas must
check
not
them
see my
dudes
shit.
in that one chat I was in, I checked them. I said, Bree's actually smart. If you sat there and had a conversation with her, yeah, you might see some typos in the messages, but if you got any common sense, you know what she means. Stop acting
Yeah.
stupid. You get what I'm saying? Like,
But like,
Just to be
but
extra.
they're her fans.
Just
though.
to be the
Like,
next
that's-
nigga, though, to get attention on some bullshit like
Right.
that.
Right, they're her fans. Like, they always talking shit about her, but y'all must got her post notifications.
and
on,
then
bro.
you're
Like,
and then you're
y'all on every
and then
tweet.
you try to
like,
call somebody who says something like that to y'all a simp. But no, don't you realize how weird it is that every single time she does anything, y'all hop on her? For y'all think for me to
Right.
claim I don't like somebody, why are they always on my mind? And why am I always speaking on them if I
Yeah,
don't
dude.
like them?
Like,
If I
dog,
don't like you, I don't like you.
That's some weirdo shit.
yeah, not to cut you off, but bro, like, nigga, like, I done met Bree in real life type shit. You feel me? Like, I've sat down, like, and generally, like, had a conversation where, is she cool peoples, bro? Like, she's not dumb. Like, yeah, you feel me?
Yeah, I said that. Like, she's not at all.
Yeah, dude. Like, bro,
But you can tell that for sure.
like,
You
yo,
can
like,
tell in
she's,
her
she's
tweets she's
smarter
not
than
dumb.
like, she's honestly smarter than a lot of you niggas, bro. Like, and y'all don't realize that. That shit is sad, bro. And also, bro, to Bree's friends and shit, like the Bree Defense Force, that's why I call you motherfuckers. Like, bro, look, I get it, right? Y'all are her friends. You feel me? She has a following and shit.
Right.
But when somebody's interacting with her on the TL and quotes her tweet with LMFAO or some shit like that, bro, they're not always attacking her, dude. They're not.
Right.
Okay, but and the thing is though, Diaz, I agree with you 100%. But after the events that just happened with them going out of their way of posting her father, you really can't even be mad at them
Right.
about even being on the defense.
Definitely,
Right.
Because you really can't even
100%.
be mad at them anymore. Now it's at a point to where it's like, nah, I let them do what they doing. And if
100%.
if it does turn into a situation where they're overreacting, people need to be grown and realize that there's a reason why they're overreacting. Because we got idiots who would do that dumb shit on the TL, and niggas need
Definitely.
to get checked. So
But-
I'm not even mad about that. To me, it's one of those things where it's it's like, okay, no, I get that you're being OD, but the ODness is coming from a place that is so genuine and really is respectable because, yes, these weirdos need to be checked. So I think that it's one of those moments where people need to be grown on both sides. You need to understand that, okay, they're just checking. Me and Bree have a relationship, so I'm going to tell you, relax. If you still have an issue after I politely explain to you that I'm not trying to be rude, then me and you can hash that out. Not on the TL, in the DMs. We don't need to be subtweeting each other. We don't need to be in each other's mentions. I got niggas who still subtweet me to this day and be in the whole replies with other niggas talking about me, and they think it's not getting screenshotted and sent to me. Like, y'all are weirdos. Stop talking about me.
Like, bro, like,
you know what I'm saying?
I get that shit 100%. But what I'm saying is this though, but like, bro, like, Bree's a big girl, my nigga. If she's talking to one of her mutuals on the TL or some shit like that, right? And she doesn't like respond with any kind of animosity or nothing like that, leave it at that, bro. Like,
no,
like,
I get that. No, that's what I'm saying. But sometimes, like I said, bro, Bree doesn't. For example, Keith did not see that man post a picture of him. I seen it, and I said this man posted it. So you catch things before the person who is directed at catches it. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get that, but what I'm saying is, bro, if Bree gets a fucking like a neutral tweet like LMFAO, you feel me? That shit can mean a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? So
no, I get that. That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that is understandable. I'm saying just in general, though. The general whole paying attention, I don't think that's wrong.
No, that's not wrong. No, that's not wrong. Right. That's not wrong. But I'm saying, like, on little shit like that, bro, like, she, like, on every single tweet that she posts, bro, like, y'all don't need to be there is what I'm trying to say, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that, but I do need. But I will say too, I've caught I can say I'm part of the Bree defense force because I've caught myself defending Bree when niggas lob her tweets in group chats because it's at that point now. They not quote retweeting it anymore. They're lobbing her tweets in group chats trying to crack jokes, and I'm like, okay, it's not even that deep. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's weird, like. It's this weird limbo of we do need to check these weirdos. It's like the same people who are going out their way to call her dumb and make fun and make jokes about her all of a sudden want to feel bad for her when someone brings her father into play. Well, you niggas enabled this. You get what I'm saying? Like, at the time, I understand we need to get him out of here. Yes, let's get him out of here. But y'all enabled this. Y'all realize that, right? That's what enabling is. Like, y'all think it's funny to randomly attack a girl that y'all know nothing about who really ain't even doing nothing. And y'all surprised this happened?
You know, and
facts.
Dudes, I don't know what's wrong with these virgins on the app, but let's keep it. I'm not even trying to sound sexist when I say this, but bro, girls are going to be girls, my nigga, and it's Twitter. So they're gonna act like they act on the app. Why motherfuckers acting so unfamiliar? Like they
with females,
because they're not
done before.
Because they're not familiar.
Because they ain't getting no attention.
But it's funny.
They're not getting no attention.
And it's funny.
So that's the only reason they're mad.
It's funny because it's on both sides of the spectrum. You have the over masculine males who just need to shut up because you are always trying to be Mr. Macho. You get what I'm saying? And then you got the virgin dudes, the straight betas on the TL. Who act like
and they following those
and they following the over masculine, like over masculine dude would tweet about how sad he is and he depressed and yada yada yada. But then the next tweet,
you got a whole bunch of niggas.
Next tweet
in his mentions talking about, oh, chin up,
right.
bro. Oh, my nigga,
Thank
you got this king.
Right, and then his next tweet, he trying to dog somebody else who tweeted something vulnerable about themselves. Y'all are weirdos. That is a weirdo. That's weirdo shit to me. You know what I'm saying?
And I say that shit every day.
Every day. It's these dudes. They really suck each other's dicks to a degree that it's just crazy to me.
They fudge packers, bro.
Straight fudge packers. Straight fudge packing. You packing the nigga? That fudge is stuffed, dog. Relax.
That shit is flowing, nigga. Relax,
bro. But I don't know, bro. Like. Like there's a lot of shit that I peep, and it's like I get it, bro. Like y'all coming from like the kindness of your hearts and shit, bro. But like everybody on this bitch is adults, dude. That's all I'm saying, dude.
Right. I feel like people gotta read the
read
situation.
the situation. Let that person speak for themselves. You feel me? Or unless there's like clear like animosity, then like it's like all right, bro, you need to fucking relax.
But that's what I'm saying though, bro. Like, but I understand Bree's situation too, because why is it that my homies are sending me screenshots of my name in your mouth and you don't follow me? I don't follow you. We don't spoke. I don't even know what the beef is, and you got beef. Like, what's up?
Yo.
Like you got beef with me, but you retweeting tweets. What are we doing? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense.
It comes to a point
Twitter,
like,
and Twitter not that deep to me to where there's a such thing as real beef. So that's why I'm wondering, what is your issue? I don't know what the issue is.
My thing is, I just don't like motherfuckers, bro. Like, if you do like some weird shit, bro, and that shit like that shit like will rub me the wrong way forever, my nigga. Like, I don't want that shit.
I'm kind of the same way.
I get what you're saying, but what you're saying is entirely different than what I'm speaking on. What I'm speaking on is people who always have my name in their mouth, bro. I'm talking about. I'm always hearing about the same people, and the only reason why I don't say nothing is because it puts the person that's telling me you saying something in a weird position.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't say anything, but I'm paying attention to you, and I'm slick about to start saving screenshots and just dropping them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just posting them just to be a dickhead and not show where they coming from, because it's getting to a point to where it's like I could tweet hello, and a nigga will live my tweet in the chat. Who this nigga saying hi to? The fuck?
This nigga so lame, bro.
But you know how that goes. You already know how that goes.
Like, yo. Like, I'm pretty sure almost everybody in this bitch is in the fucking Espada group chat in Waco Mundo. Like, look, we have a history, my nigga.
Not anymore, but
well, yeah, not anymore. What happened? Why the fuck? We'll get to that afterwards. But, nigga, yeah, y'all niggas know we have a fucking history of niggas like fucking snitching in that bitch, and bro, there's so much shit that niggas in like the group chat don't even fucking know about that happens. Like, that's how bad it's gotten, bro. That's really how bad it's gotten, dude.
Until I keep telling people, bro, little do y'all know, the people in y'all group chats are telling on y'all.
Fucking like, opping, bro.
They are telling on. And even in my situation, like, yes, there's somebody in a few group chats, and they be telling on y'all. Like, and they be telling me, and guess what? They don't be telling me because I asked them to. Them niggas would just tell me out of the blue. Yo. You get what I'm saying? Like, on some random shit.
On some bitch made.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they be like,
on some gossiping.
What's your beef with so and so? And I gotta handle with I ain't got no beef with so and so, but now I gotta look at so and so like they crazy because they just sent me a whole screenshot of you saying something retarded. so now I gotta check this person because they being a snitch, and then I gotta check you because you being a bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like
yo, like bro, like literally, niggas like they tell me shit. Like on some random shit. Like, I'll be at work, bro, and niggas will hit me up, like 3 niggas. They be like, yo, somebody said this shit about you in the chat. What the fuck happened? I be like, nigga, what?
I don't know.
You feel what I'm saying? About.
And you be like, where's the beef? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got some information like 2 days ago, and I was like, this the third time I heard this nigga mention me, and I don't know what your issue with me is. Like, I've been interacting with you in months, and I can't even tell you what our last interaction was. Why are you addicted to my page? You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Another thing, my nigga, is when motherfuckers go out their way to tell you something that has nothing to do with you, but it's some deep shit. That makes me feel hella awkward, my nigga. Like, now,
make an example.
Now I know some shit that I didn't want to know.
I feel that.
I don't care about.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
And motherfuckers really will go out of their way, like, direct message you. Hey, bro, did you know about this and that? Hey, bro, check this out. Sending screenshots. And it's like,
damn.
Those some childish niggas, bro.
I don't know if I can interact with you because you're acting weird.
Nigga, somebody would DM me, bro. They would legitimately DM me and be like, are you cool with so-and-so? And I'd be like, I know the account. We've interacted. And you know I know the account because you just seen me interact with them. That's why you DM me. You get what I'm saying? And then they'd be like, oh, well, me and so-and-so aren't that cool because why do I care about you and so-and-so beef?
Right.
What do I care for?
What that shit got to do with me?
Like, sometimes I wonder, it's like, do y'all generally think, and people be like, some niggas think they get 1,000 followers and they think they somebody important. No, these niggas treat you like you somebody important when you get over 1,000 followers.
Right.
It ain't even one of them things where I hit 1,000 and I thought I became that nigga. I started getting random DMs. I just want to be your friend. You seem like you're cool. I just be like,
Yeah, bro.
dog, I'm just on the app.
Like, yo,
What I think that is though, I think that's really niggas trying to attach themselves to big names in the community to try and feed off like your.
See, I'm not a big
Clout
name,
chasing
though.
and shit.
But I'm not a big
That's
name.
clout
Though.
chasing, exactly.
But I'm not a big name, so sometimes I feel
like
like
niggas with over 1K, like you trying to attach yourself, so like you trying to get more interactions with this person, so that like you feel like it'll help niggas like direct them to your
I feel
page,
that.
like
yeah.
I
some
don't
clout
feel
chasing
like
type shit.
I'm a
I don't
big
feel like it
page,
works. I don't feel like
but
I'm a big page at all.
motherfuckers
That's the
send it
last
to me.
nigga. That's the last nigga to say he don't feel like a big page.
Oh my god.
Nah, I feel
Every
that
time-
shit, Keys.
Go check your
Oh my
followers.
God.
Go check your followers. I bet you got the
I
most
have-
in this bitch.
What does that mean?
I bet you got the most in here.
But what does that mean though?
Man, what do you think it means,
Like,
nigga?
what?
No, but I'm saying like, just because I have the most don't make me a big account. I might look big to y'all maybe. Diaz got 2K.
I ain't
Like,
gonna.
You got
Yeah.
3K.
I ain't gonna cap. There's an account with 6K who dead ass DM'd me and said, I know that you be cracking, you got mad at me like you said something like you crack jokes because you know your followers like and retweet anything that you tweet. And I'm like, bro, for me to have almost 1,800 followers, let's be 100. My likes and retweets be dry. What the fuck are we talking about? Like,
Bro,
he was talking about a specific tweet, and I sent the tweet to him, and I said, bro, the tweet got all the 6 likes. What are you talking about?
bro, because these
Like-
motherfuckers be dry. Like, look, as soon as niggas hit 1K, bro, not even 1K, I wouldn't even say. I would say like around like that 5K mark, niggas think they the shit, bro. Like seriously, like yo, this shit gets to their fucking heads. I'll be like, bro, what the like, nigga?
I feel like
You
But
just-
you don't
I'm
have,
just-
but you
just
don't
saying
have
that tweet.
clout. You don't have clout if you have 5,000 followers, 100K plus tweets, and you follow 5,000 niggas. That's not clout.
Right.
That's you mass following and spending a lot of time on Twitter.
Like, bro, literally,
being a
and
fucking
not only that,
timeline
bro,
assassin.
like these
weird
motherfuckers,
ass niggas.
they post right, and like they get like no interaction, like and that's not a problem to y'all, bro. Like, what the
Bro,
fuck do I look like
you
having
have
5,000 followers and following 5,000 niggas and not interacting with none of them?
But I got
That's goofy.
5,000. I have 5,000 followers. I follow 5,000 niggas, and I'm getting 100, 200 something likes on tweets. That's nigga, huh? That's sad. You need to be getting at least a K if you have 5,000 followers. Why are you
I
only
say
getting
5,000 mutual. If you got 5,000
I ain't
mutuals,
gonna
nigga.
say. I feel like
True, because if you do have 5,000 people you're following back, that means it's people you're supposed to be interacting with. That's true.
I feel
but
like a couple hundred likes is smooth.
it's smooth. Yeah, a couple hundred likes is definitely is straight. Like,
But
even
not, think about that ratio though. Like Keys and Deus. Keys
Yeah.
has like about close to like 3.5, and you have over 2K.
yeah,
If both of y'all would get around 200 to 400 likes on something, 100 something retweets, that's at 3,000 and 2,000 likes.
on
If you
every,
have on everything, that's consistently on the majority of your stuff.
that's
you
more than
have
10%.
someone-
That's straight.
Okay, but if you have 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 followers, I'm seeing your likes and retweets in the same range as Keith and Deus's, that's a problem.
They
Oh,
like
I get
your
that.
retweets
I
be
get
the
that.
same
That's
and
a
be in the
big
same
red
range
flag.
as mine. Don't do
I get that.
You giving them too much.
I feel
You know
like
what I'm saying?
but the thing is though, for regular niggas, like a couple hundred plus likes, right? Or even in like some of my cases, bro, like if I tweet like some like goofball shit, you feel me? Like 9 times out of 10, it'll most likely go viral. Now that's not me being like a fucking I don't know. That's not me fucking what's the word I'm looking for? I don't fucking know.
Bigging yourself up.
Like I'm not. That's it's just
Right.
facts.
But those just your followers. Your followers know
Right.
your jokes. They know
Yeah,
how
shit,
you
that's just
interact.
facts.
Hey, when I used to make memes and shit, bro, I would get a couple thousand every post. I would give it a
Mhm.
step. And that's before I had even 2K. And motherfuckers fucked with it.
But I just tweet dumb shit, bro. Like
Right.
that's just what it is. You feel
I
me?
s-
And what?
My fuck.
And
Rock, paper, scissors for that shit.
Right.
I was just saying, bro, like, after I stopped doing that, I really started focusing on my anime stuff and occasionally cartoons. Like, that's when my likes started making more sense from my mutuals, though.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I focus on, like, interacting with people. Once you start interacting, then you gonna start seeing the likes come.
Yep.
But since we on this like and retweet conversation, can we talk about how all this drama dries the fuck out of the TL? And
Yes, it
brings
does.
so many posts, bro.
Can we talk
Bruh.
about? Can we talk about how the people who love saying, "Can we just talk about anime?" Be the main niggas, not just talk about anime.
Right.
I feel that.
Like I keep seeing, oh, I'm sick of the drama, da 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 da. But then when I'm seeing you, or this, you're saying you're sick of the drama, but you're not bringing any good content to the TL. You're not bringing me anything. You're bringing me the same openings, endings, clips, moments, pages, panels. You're bringing me the same everything that everyone else is already posting. Like me, I think I'm one of the most cultured people on this app, and I don't say that because I think I'm that nigga. I say that because these niggas are not cultured. I always thought I was uncultured in the anime community until I joined Anti-Twitter, and I realized, wait a minute, I'm actually deeper in this shit than I thought I was. And in some instances, I realized I'm not as deep in it in other ways. Like this hentai wave, I don't know what them niggas is on. Them niggas is on. Them niggas is on a different plane than me.
At night, bro, be fucking wild.
Yeah, nah, that nigga too come out his little fucking.
He come
his
out
little
his
game.
cell at night. He just be going wild.
Him and TB shit.
Like them some dudes that hentai be life. I be like, relax.
Like I
don't
had
know
to ask
about
a
that.
question the other day if niggas really be watching hentai when they watch porn, bro.
And they really do.
Yes, nigga.
Them
They
niggas
really do.
they really be working the toolbox to some hentai.
Hey, bro,
Dead
whatever
ass.
floats your boat, my nigga.
Do you? I'm just saying.
Do
It's just
you,
some
but-
things
do me, bro.
that I realized that, whoa, okay, I'm not as in tune with the community in that aspect. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm just not that in tune. And also, as a person like me, who I'm just so direct. People think that my directness is me trying to act like I'm hard or tough or trying to be mean or no. That's just who I am. Like I've always been raised in an environment where you say how you feel and you mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel that.
you don't give nobody no bullshit, because if you always giving out bullshit, that's all you finna get in return. Like that's it. Like that's just how the world works. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you like it is and what it is and how I feel about it. Period. If I'm mad, I don't talk. I'm one of them niggas where I get mad and I remove myself because I don't like being mad. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of them niggas, bro. You know what I mean?
Y'all feel
So
that?
I think this app has a huge problem with that, where it's like they can't even handle like me. Like if I tweet, I think One Punch Man is trash in my opinion, nigga. You just gotta accept it. You just gotta accept that I think it's trash. I told you niggas the art is perfect. I told you niggas that I think the fights is good, but it don't have enough substance to me, so I think it's trash. Accept it. I gave you a genuine opinion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But them niggas can't take it. They lose their minds. I'm getting text messages from mutuals. Why these niggas talk about you in my group chat? Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? And goes back to what I said about not getting likes and retweets. The shit had no likes and no retweets and had one response from Bino. But I'm getting texts talking about people talking about me in the group chat. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Hey, bro.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that shit, bro.
I be-
Be on the
weirdness
timeline
behind that shit.
Hey, on anything and everything. Somebody said, Dave said something about My Hero earlier. I said, he said, where does the anime leave off in the manga so he could go read it? I said in the trash can.
Yeah.
And then
And I know niggas got mad.
anybody get mad at me
That's
unless
fine.
they came to Days.
They ain't get mad at me, nigga. I was laughing at the shit, nigga. I said, fuck you, bitch.
Like,
Fuck you.
To me, My Hero's not good, so I'm gonna say, hey, this shit's.
Oh, brother.
Right.
All right.
Oh,
I mean,
brother.
look. I can say it because I've watched it. I've sat there and watched it like everybody wanted me to. I'm not gonna say it's trash. It's better than Black Clover. It has a better story, but I'm not gonna sit here.
Who laughing?
I agree.
That's me, nigga. I'm laughing, nigga.
But like,
I
I'm not
agree.
gonna sit here and like gas it because My Hero to me, if you want me to be honest, I'd rather watch Fairy Tail than watch My Hero.
You sound retarded.
Oh my
I know.
god, you're disrespectful.
But we have to think though. This the nigga that say Inuyasha better than DBZ. So we got to sit
true.
back. So we
Yeah.
got to
Right.
sit back.
But
and be like,
no,
all right,
but no,
Look, that's
we
why.
got to let stupid be
Look,
stupid.
this is a conversation that we need to have certain people on the timeline is just creditless. Like,
And Bino,
certain
and
people,
Bino, I'm
when you
sorry, but
speak,
you one of them. Like, and not
he one of them
and
niggas,
not,
bro.
and not like
Where the
not-
credit bureau at?
not in like one of those ways where it's like I can't take nothing you say seriously, but I have to understand that your taste level just not there. Like,
Right.
like it's just not there. Like,
No,
niggas,
but, like-
your palate just don't hit the same. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't just ain't it.
That nigga really said that the words literally left this nigga's lips.
I
He
would
said,
rather watch
"I
Fairy
would
Tale
rather watch
than
Fairy
watch-
Tale."
Yes.
Who I couldn't
I
even
ain't finna
finish
lie
that
though.
shit, bro.
Let's keep it a stack, yo. Fairy Tale be lit sometimes. Let's keep it a stack.
But no,
Hey, all right, I'm
What
gonna be
parts
that
of
nigga.
Fairy Tale be lit?
Let's really
though?
talk
Bruh.
about what really be lit.
The fights ain't lit at all.
Hold on, wait. The
fan
Grand
service
Magic
is the only
games?
part that's
The
lit.
Grand Magic games wasn't lit.
Natsu
No,
was the
nigga,
lit
that
part
was
of the Grand
trash.
Magic games. Natsu versus the twin dragon.
okay, yeah, I can agree with that. That part was
Not
lit.
versus
We,
Twin Dragons.
we
That
can't
was
sit here
not
and say
lit
that
to
word
me.
lit
versus
though.
the
How was that lit when they hyped up that whole moment from the very beginning of the arc, and then Gajeel doesn't even get to participate because Natsu just handles
Which
the
it
damage
was
of
about
all
the-
himself.
that was
How
about
was that lit?
I didn't like that.
They
I
wanted
didn't
to
like
fight
that.
Natsu, not Gajil.
yeah, nigga.
They
God,
wanted to fight both of them, nigga. It was Sting
nigga.
and
Gaj,
Rogue.
Gaju ain't the MC though. Let's keep it a stack. That nigga
Natsu
get
ain't
his
the
ass on.
MC.
But
What
can
you
we-
trying to say?
Natsu isn't the MC.
That was
But
poorly
that's- but
handled. The
that's-
whole thing was
But
poorly
that's
handled.
what that's my point. Like when I say that some niggas they just don't they creditless. I'm sorry, Dino.
Now that I think
They
about
don't,
it, that
but
shit
I
really
I
is
don't
some
like
fucking
my
ass.
hero
What the fuck
like
am I
that
talking
because
about?
I'm not
That shit
a
is
They know what
ass.
I'm
That's what I'm
saying.
saying,
That
nigga.
shit
What are you
really
talking
is some
about?
fucking ass.
No,
Yeah.
but like I'm not a superhero person, so my hero doesn't hit like that.
But I'm not a superhero person. But my hero hit because of its execution
Yeah.
and its story. I'm not a superhero person at all, bro. I promise you, I'm not. But its story, the execution of the characters, the way that he's piecing all of these things together, especially where the manga is at now.
When you read
my
the
hero
manga,
was
I
about to
watched
be
the
goated.
anime.
Okay, but even just watching the anime up until where the anime ends, though there was I get what you're saying. You haven't had a truly climatic moment. There hasn't been a truly climatic, but you're finna get that this next season. You know what I'm saying? You finna really get real loss and real worry in this next season of My Hero.
What?
You get what I'm saying?
You
But,
nigga,
like-
then you get the stain.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll say that.
He's on season 3.
No, staying in season 2.
But you said you were on season 3
Yeah,
earlier.
I haven't started
You've
season 3.
you've hit so
Oh, I
many
thought you
gem
finished
points.
season 3. Yeah, you're tripping, bro.
I haven't finished season. I
Like-
just finished season 2. I'm at the first episode of season 3. I have to take my
Oh shit, you just now got to see niggas. Shit,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
nigga.
I have
yeah,
to take my
yeah,
time
you
with
gotta
that
chill.
show.
Niggas is tweaking like
But you
shit.
ain't really seen Heat yet. You ain't even seen the stuff that's really like
Give me a second.
everything you seen is like the build up. Well, he's seen
Yeah.
the build up.
The heat's on his way.
Yeah.
That nigga said, we just need to make an agreement to not bring up Fairy Tale in any discussion that we're having. Like,
Fairy Tale.
on like a serious.
Fairy
when
Tale
we're seriously
suffers
talking
from a
about anime
lot of
like that.
Fairy Tale suffers from a lot of issues.
Yeah, I
The
really,
friendship,
yo, honestly,
the
dude.
friendship, plot armor, basically. Natsu should not.
When we
Two-dimensional
having dope
characters.
conversations, I just feel like in a non-jokingly way, bruh. We should not be bringing up Fairy Tale
At all.
Like,
Right.
Oh,
ever.
no. I agree
feel
with
like
that.
I feel like if you a fan, even you should know that. Like, I think people don't understand that, bro. You can be a fan and know.
It's
Like,
me.
you should,
That your
you should
trash.
You gotta
just
know
from-
what lane your anime is in.
right,
Like,
just from a cultural perspective, you should know what's great on a tier scale and what's not. Just because you like it don't mean that it's amazing.
Thank you.
But you
I
fuck
feel
with
like
it. That's
Fairy
cool.
Tail had the potential.
It did.
100% did.
but it dropped
because
all
One
that potential so early on anyway.
One Piece laid out all the keys for a good world building series with unique
Right.
characters, and they fumbled the bag. Fairy Tail fumbled the bag, not One Piece.
About to say,
Yeah,
I was like,
Fairy
huh?
Tail-
I
Yeah.
lost you for a moment.
I think
No,
Fairy
no, I
Tail
had to
fumbled
clear
when
that
it
up.
got to Magic Games. Like the whole.
no,
it fumbled before that.
no.
Mm-mm. No, it fumbled before that.
No.
Mm-mm, no.
I think they really started to fumble after probably like Aracion Says when they fought them niggas. I think that's when they started to fumble.
I agree.
When they picked up Wendy,
I agree. Yeah, Wendy. Yeah.
when after they picked up Wendy, that's when things started to kind of go downhill.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say after Tenro,
and they brought back Lisana. They did that whole
the whole future arc or
was-
whatever. I know what you're talking about.
was not the whole future arc. With Lisana when they went to the
Yeah,
alternate
that one.
reality, right? The whole arc and the development for Natsu and this girl Isana, and then when we finally get the payoff, and she's basically reintroduced back in the story. Hiro Mashima just completely forgets about her.
Yeah, bro. Yo,
It was like, what is the point? What was the whole point of all that we went
Right.
through?
like yo,
Like,
Lisana, bro. I was hoping my nigga Natsu was finna, you feel me, get the love of his life back and shit, but nope. Fucking Lucy.
right.
Fucking bitch, bro. God
Like,
damn.
That nigga was so set on shipping Natsu and Lucy
Like,
when, like, it just didn't really make no sense.
there was no point in
like,
fucking introducing her back.
there was none at all. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say Fairy Tail is
But
trash,
even
because-
now, and even now in the 100-year quest, and we find out that, and spoiler alert, I'm sorry, but that Ignil had an actual biological son. What the fuck? You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like
Like
he had it.
He's
and
pulling
now the-
shit. out of
Exactly.
his
And
ass.
now the biological son wants to fight Natsu to prove who's the real son. Like clearly you, because you was born from the nigga.
I
Like,
know, my
like
nigga.
what are we talking about? You get what I'm saying? Like to me, it just doesn't. I don't know. It's just too much stupidity. Like
He's trying
it's
to
just,
add
Right.
stuff in, and this is where he's out of his lane. He's trying to add shit in, like how Odo will, and he just doesn't even it out when he puts it in.
But he hasn't taken like the proper
He
like
doesn't
precautions. He hasn't done
define
no foreshadowing.
he says
Right.
no.
That nigga hasn't set
Yeah,
up
he said
none of
he's
the story
said
moment.
no foundation.
Right, no foundation at all. It's
That's
like, so when
that's
you
like
bring up these,
Kishimoto shit.
Like all these
Kishimoto was the exact
flashbacks-
opposite. Kishimoto's the exact is the no. He has some issue. He has the here's my foundation, but then I forget about all of it.
right,
That's Kishimoto. Like here's
But
this amazing foundation, but then I'm gonna build a house somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like,
say he built his foundation in OG, but I'm talking about the
and Shippuden, he
Ascools
left
and
all that
Shippuden.
behind.
Is when the reincarnation, nigga. Where did that come from?
oh,
know what
I
I
feel you
mean?
saying with that. Yeah.
Even just the Sharingan itself,
Bro, that-
we retconned that shit like 4 times.
We didn't
Sharingan
even
got
get-
retconned so many damn times, bro. I don't even want to fucking talk
before
about
you
shit
had to
anymore.
be before you had to be a purebred Uchiha. So
Before it was like barely any Uchiha had the Sharingan, right? And the ones who had it like had to train so long to master it. Them niggas was pulling them eyes. Donzo had a whole fucking arm pulling them motherfuckers. Like, come on, bro.
Neji
Like,
gets 10 minutes total of screen time. He gets killed off randomly.
Hold on, what happened to the Byakugan being stronger than the fucking Sharingan?
yeah, that went
Right.
that
Retcon.
disappeared. Yeah, that
Right.
straight
That
retcon.
shit
Quick.
was wild.
Like,
Right.
I feel like that's what the fucking Jogan is, though. Let's keep it a stack, dude. I feel
Yeah,
like the
it's
Jogan.
basically that's exactly what it looks like.
Yep, like it seems like it's what the Byakugan was supposed to be.
right. And that's, I mean, y'all need to get on the Boruto manga wave. The anime be bullshitting, but the manga
I don't know
is
if
so good.
I think I'm over
Like-
Boruto, bro. To be honest, dude.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty much
wild.
done with it. Like if it was the end and niggas was to give it a 10 out of 10, I'd probably go back and read it to see to see if people was talking about. But as in following it, I'm not doing it.
I'm not
sorry.
doing that.
But are you following the manga or the
I'm not
anime?
following either.
Neither, nigga. That shit got
But
dropped.
I mean, so y'all don't really know what's going on.
Look,
Then,
look,
like,
this is the thing. When I got to the point to where there was the Jiraiya lookalike doing toad summoning, I said I'm not going through this. I said I'm not going through
why?
this.
That's great
I said,
writing.
I'm not going through this.
Beautiful writing.
Going through this.
That's great
I'm
writing,
not.
though.
I was
That
like, I'm
builds
not.
intrigue.
I'm not going through that. I just, but just
Wow.
part of me just was like, you killed Jiraiya. I felt like Jiraiya's death was sort of stupid to begin with, and then this guy
That nigga got
came.
How?
I just
Okay.
didn't really feel it. Like
But how was Jiraiya's this stupid?
because he said to Tsunade, "Yeah, don't come with me. I'm finna go into enemy territory, and knowing you're gonna die when really all you had to do was
He didn't know he was gonna die.
that. Okay, he didn't know he was gonna die. Cool." But you
Bruh.
knew you were heading straight into enemy territory, bro. Why would you not
Right.
bring
Want
anyone
backup.
with you? Why would you not?
Why would he bring the Hokage with him?
Why
She's
not?
supposed to be in the
Screw the
village.
Ho-
Nigga, she didn't do shit when Pain pulled up anyway. So what the fuck was the difference?
And then not
Hey,
even just
that's
that, though.
Kishimoto writing.
But not even just that
Like-
though. You're Jiraiya, bro. She could have sent, even though we know they're useless. Some Ambu niggas could have came with you. Like, come
Somebody,
on,
bro.
bro.
My nigga, if you're infiltrating enemy territory, why are you gonna bring a whole fucking?
Why?
set
What
of
did she
Black
bring the
Ops?
Ambu? The
The
Black
Ambus?
Black Ops are
Bring
big
a
as
whole-
fuck.
That's what they do.
You're supposed to be
Bro,
able to
and
infiltrate
look,
and be
and think
spies.
about it this way too. If the Jiraiya only got so far into the Rain Village because he's Jiraiya. If he had brought even one more nigga with him, they would have been found immediately because Pain was sensing niggas with the rain. So it's like, how are y'all?
Okay, so let's say even if he was
Jiraiya really did.
let-
Jiraiya really did his thing on that mission, but he just wasn't. Pain was
Too much
just
for that nigga.
Right.
But that's my thing though too is that as Ninja, but I feel like okay, what was established to me and what Naruto was that these ninja doing solo missions like that was just not a thing unless it was a mission of certainty. And that was not a mission of certainty in the slightest form. You get what I'm saying? Like he left and Tsunade was like he might die. He left knowing that he might die. He didn't think he was going to win this and come back. He didn't
But they're ninja. Any mission they go on and know.
Thank you. They still go with some type of
They're always
some type
a
of
team. That's why there's
percentages.
Team 7 and all
But
that.
they-
all the
like they-
different
But
Konoha
Jiraiya is not
teams.
part of no team. He's a Sanin. Like, that nigga's he's not part of no team. Like, what team is supposed to go with him?
I
Like,
get what you're saying, bro, but I also feel like for someone to be Jiraiya, yes, Pain is sensing niggas with the rain, but you're fucking Jiraiya. Jiraiya could have figured something out. I
That
feel
nigga
like
Jiraiya smart,
don't bring that in the. But we talked about this. That kind of reasoning doesn't work in these kind of debates. Let's theory craft, bro. Like, if Jiraiya brings extra people, we know for a fact they're getting caught immediately in the rain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that mission is a failure off rip. But the fact that Jiraiya even was as successful as he was and actually did get the information and was able to secure it and bring it back to the village, even though he did die, his mission was a success, though, in the end.
I'm not saying
But
his
if he
mission
brought
wasn't a
even one more
success.
person, that would have been. But if he wasn't alone, it would have been a failure.
The question
off
is,
rip.
who does he bring with him?
Right, but it doesn't matter who he brings with him, though. It's still gonna fail.
Not really,
I don't-
bro. That nigga Konohamaru was able to kill one of the fucking six paths, bro.
All right,
Come on.
I'm not gonna give Konohamaru.
Bro, and
I'm not gonna give-
Jiraiya was able to kill one too.
I'm
But
not gonna give
there's still 6 of them
Konohamaru.
niggas.
There's 6 of them. All right, but even
There's
in
6
them,
of them niggas, and look, they didn't even have much information
But
on them.
who said he had to die
It was
alone?
only because.
Who said he had to die alone?
But if you're speaking from a logical perspective, would you rather send one ninja on a mission to get the job done and have him die, or send 3 to get the job done and have them all
Especially a sage. Like, I don't know.
Right.
But I
feel like
get
if
what
we
both
send it-
parties are saying.
I feel like if we send a sage in there, why are we not sending him with somebody else?
seriously.
Because he's a sage. He comes-
so like
It's like, who else? Like, this nigga's probably better than a 3-man squad.
So
anyway.
he's better off by himself than having people with him that'll hold him back.
True.
Right.
True.
I-
I
and
can
him
see that.
I
him
can-
caring about
I could see
Tsunade.
that. I could see that, but but to me though, I feel like what that means, and I'm sorry to be that guy, but that just means Kishimoto's world is just trash because you have, why is your gap that big? There's nobody. Like when you really think about it, bro. There's no, like, Jiraiya isn't some OP ass nigga, so there's nobody. There's
That
nobody.
is true.
I mean,
No,
That is
There's nobody.
It's not. It's
You
not
said the
that.
Anbu,
It's
but the
fact
Anbus
that
aren't-
I think he wouldn't want to bring Tsunade. He cares about Tsunade, so
No, I'm not saying
him-
Tsunade. Anybody. There's
No.
there's not a soul.
in
Maybe I'm
Konoha,
wrong. I'm just saying there's not a soul in the Konoha, the legendary Prodigy Village. There's not a soul. There's not
If
nobody
you're doing
that could have
if
came
you're
with
doing a
him.
reconnaissance mission, though, why would you send a whole squad? Okay,
But no,
so how
I'm
many
not.
people
But
you
I'm
think
not
should've went
saying
with
a
him?
whole squad. He could have had one other person come. I'm not saying a whole squad. I'm just saying, was there really?
But what
Let-
good
but
does
was
that
there
do, having
really?
an extra
Was there
person?
really no other way for this to get done? Genuinely,
But
was there
knowing-
no other way?
knowing Jiraiya, he's introverted anyway. It's not that
That's really
Naruto
what-
got forced onto him, but like them being around each other is what built the
Like,
bond.
that was-
Normally that nigga's by himself, so I can't.
Right,
act
that
like-
was Jiraiya's role.
I can't act like
Throughout-
it was a surprise to me seeing him want to handle that alone for one.
Even
and
in
then him
even
not
in
wanna-
OG Naruto, that was his role. He was going around
Mm.
spying on the
I guess-
Akatsuki and getting
I guess
information by
in
himself.
my head, I guess I had more sense than that nigga. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, my nigga, you're going to die. Like, that's all I'm thinking
Right.
when I'm
I
seeing him saying that he's doing. I'm like, okay, well, he's either going to
But
die
we knew he
or
was.
we're going to get
We
plot
knew he
armor.
was going to die
No, I ain't
because
gonna
we're.
say we knew because it's Kishimoto we dealing with. Plot armor could have been a thing. But what I'm saying is,
I
like,
knew he was going to die because the way everything was being set up. But that's from a viewer standpoint. Like,
Of
if you're in the
course.
shoes of the character,
We gonna feel
like-
some type of way though, like, oh nigga, don't do that, don't do this. But we're the consumers at the end of the
Right.
day. But I'm saying if we really look at that nigga's character all the way through, it's not a surprise. Like, maybe he didn't think, maybe he knew it was gonna be a challenge, but he thought he could break through. And then once it got that to that point, he was like, okay, you know, I see this shit ain't go the way I thought it was gonna go. Let me go ahead
And
and
look-
put this message out there.
Because don't they know?
But-
Don't
and Jiraiya could have dipped out and he could have came back alive.
Right.
And I think he would have only lost, like, he lost that one arm, but he could have came back alive. But he wouldn't have come back with the information they needed.
But did that
So
information
that's-
change anything
no,
in the long run?
not at all.
Yeah, it did.
Not at all.
What did it? What did him letting us know that it was six of them?
in fact,
do?
it certainly did, because wasn't the message was that the real one wasn't among them,
Okay,
which let Naruto and them know
I think
that
that was the
of
message.
the six paths that wasn't right. So the real Nagato wasn't even among the six paths, and that's what they were able to glean from that. So ultimately,
Question,
that
though,
was helpful.
If Naruto learned Sage mode without getting that note, wouldn't he have still figured that out though mid fight? Because of the
I don't
because
think
of the
Naruto would have
because
gotten
of the
Sage
black
without that.
because of the why not?
Because I think this moment was necessary for his character to really drive him to seek more power.
No,
And the fact that-
no.
and-
Jiraiya could be
let me
dead.
finish, let me
No, I'm
finish.
saying Jiraiya's death is fine. I'm talking about the message itself.
Okay.
I'm talking about the message itself.
Alright.
If he never got the message but found out Jiraiya died and still learned Sage mode, wouldn't he have still figured out there was a different one because of the black blades? Because
I
of
don't-
the poking
No,
in him.
not quite.
and
I don't
the
think he would
chakra?
have tried to figure it out. Or
So
where,
you think he would have even thought?
I don't
you
think he
even
would
thought
have.
about it.
yeah, I don't think he would have thought
But
about it.
how does the Black Blades? How does that relate to Nagato being?
But that's how he found him.
in a separate
But
Because
location.
he
found
uses
out
the
where
he uses the
was.
black rods to locate Nagato in the tree.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, but I don't think he wouldn't have even been thinking about that if he didn't know that he wasn't going to be among the six.
Okay.
The six paths. I mean, what, like, you think that's false or what?
No,
Like,
I
you
just
feel
said
like he
no. I
wouldn't
just
have-
said okay. Like I don't know. I don't
Oh.
know. I mean, I think Naruto's stupid, so I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't.
I think
about
Naruto's
it.
stupid
If
too,
he
but-
didn't
Naruto
think
might
about
be
it.
the dumbest in his class.
He's certainly the dumbest in his class. Like, that's
My problem with Naruto as a whole is mainly the Konoha 11. Fucking trash.
Right.
The whole concept was lit, but then it got to a point where the characters got older and then they got fucking thrown out.
But not even just the
Yeah.
Konoha 11 getting thrown out. All
The
of
whole
Konoha got thrown
cast.
out.
The whole cast got
like-
the
thrown
whole
out.
village got
Because
thrown
Konoha
out.
was supposed to be this prodigy village, but didn't show us no reason why they a prodigy village. Like y'all didn't give us nothing. Y'all showed us
Like-
3 OP niggas, and that was it. Like,
Bro,
Naruto
literally,
was supposed to be-
honestly,
Go ahead.
the three fucking Gaara, Kankuro, and
Tamari.
Tomorrow.
Tamari, yeah, bro. Nigga, them niggas was more cold than the fucking Konoha 11. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
they were when they
pulled up,
came
them
in.
Niggas was cold
That's
as
fact.
shit.
they were. Yeah, they were. Even toward the end of the show,
Gaara,
they had more
literally
feats.
could have single-handedly bodied all the fucking Konoha 11 by himself.
That's true.
Like that's not a problem. Like that's not a problem.
Gaara and
the end-
Kankuro
at the
saved
end-
the Konoha.
But
I
he was
mean,
a- he
I
was a
say he
Jinchuriki,
bodied
though.
everybody but Naruto.
No, I'm saying,
But
no,
Naruto?
but what I'm saying is at the end, even toward the end of the show, those 3 had better feats than the whole Konoha 11.
Well, 11.
That's
true.
facts. They actually had
Yeah.
more.
They
screen
had
time,
more
too.
screen time and more feats than all of them. So it's
Neji got thrown out for no reason. Kiba was some
I'll
fucking
exclude
shit.
Keep a
Tamari.
bench shit though.
Kiba was lit though. I mean, let's talk about it. Naruto should not have beat that nigga in the training exams.
You right. He shouldn't
Like,
have.
that's
Kiba was
right.
cool,
So
but we knew with his ability, nigga, he was gonna fall behind sooner or later. But he was
I
nice
don't
as
believe
fuck.
that, man.
I don't
because-
think so either. Because really, he could have got more dogs. They could have.
Right,
He
he
could have
coulda
made
done-
more. He could have used a regular clone jutsu and just made clones of himself and Akamaru transform.
But
Like,
let's
there's
talk
a
about
lot of
so
things
much
he
about
coulda did.
clans, though. Like we really gotta
The
think,
thing about
we
it
gotta
is,
think
I
about
don't
this
think
from a clan
Kishimoto.
perspective.
His clan, but his clan looking solid to the not on no
Right.
Hyuga clan level, but it's not like his clan is subpar in comparison to clans outside the Hyuga clan. They not subpar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like It ain't.
But
I just
Naruto
don't
comes
think
from.
Kishimoto was able to balance
Okay, we can't.
like world building
No, I'm just gonna
in
say
addition to
Naruto comes
keeping up
from
with
two
characters he
OP
established.
clans, and a
But
lot of
that's
it's
but that's Naruto. We're talking
right. But I'm
about the
saying
other
Not
characters.
necessarily.
We're
The
talking about the other
Namikaze
characters.
clan.
right.
Namikaze clan was pretty unknown. It was really only the Uzumaki, and even then, like, I mean, they were all right. Like they were good at sealing jutsu and whatnot, but that was pretty much
No,
it.
they got killed off because the people were scared of their powers, bro.
But they were scared of the sealing
Yeah,
jutsu,
they
yeah.
got killed
But
off for that.
Naruto didn't even know any of the
Well,
sealing
yeah.
jutsu. So it's
I
like,
was just saying for that point. But when I'm not talking about Naruto the character. I'm talking about Kiba.
Naruto as a-
I'm talking not even Naruto. I'm talking about the Konoha people outside of Naruto and Sasuke. Outside of them, Kiba wasn't someone who was. You look at his powers and you don't think he's gonna really fall behind. You don't really think that.
No, I'm
Right.
talking about after Naruto. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, after a
But
while,
keep it a buck.
but that's because of that.
Kiba
But that's
was
because
the
of how
retrieval
Kishimoto.
arc.
But that's because that's how Kishimoto wrote him.
right? Because when
That's-
the,
that-
when the
that
series
has no-
first came about, I was like, okay, yeah, this nigga's nice. And I remember when we was talking about it. Well, I think it was the first time I ended up having on in a Discord. I was like, that nigga was nice. You feel me? But everyone was like, oh no, my nigga in the retrieval arc.
Oh,
he
that was
fell
me.
the
I know
fuck
what you're
off,
talking about.
this and that. I was like, I thought the nigga was cold. But I'm just saying,
that nigga was
as
cool.
we progress through, I understand. I'm not gonna say that the nigga couldn't have got the character development that I feel like he deserved. But as far as how Kishimoto writes, it made sense that he fell behind a little bit. 'Cause
Right?
all
No,
the
for
niggas-
sure,
Right.
for sure. I'm saying though, when you look at the base character, none of those characters reached the potential they could have had. Not one. Not a single.
yeah.
Not even Bruce. Not even Rock Lee. Like not even Rock Lee. He
Oh.
didn't even reach the potential he could have.
Lee
He could
should
have.
have been goaded.
So like,
Right.
it's sad
That nigga.
That
he
nigga
even
Lee
threw
should have
someone
been
like
damn
Rock
near
Lee to the
untouchable.
corner.
Like almost, it should have been like, you know how in My Hero, Tokiyami isn't even really in the main three.
But he
but
finna
he's
be
up
cold.
there. You know
But
he's
he's
that
not to be
really
fucked
up
with.
there.
Like,
Lee should be in conversation with. He should have been in conversation with Naruto, Sasuke, and should have been Neji and Lee, and they should have been
No doubt.
there the entire time.
Yeah.
Who was really fucking with him?
Nobody. It should have
right.
been them four.
Neji and Lee
Of
were
course,
those
Gaara.
niggas from the jump. But like, look how Kishimoto swept them aside. Like, after that what happened to OG and Naruto with, I think the last moment Lee had was when he fought Kimimaru.
Yep.
That was it.
But
we didn't get nothing in Shippuden besides in the very first
the him
arc.
and Juro fight.
And another.
That was filler, and that was some Dragon Ball Z type shit. I was not fucking with it.
It
Like,
was
come on.
even worse though. Too was like someone like Lee, like we said, they were introduced, and Kishimoto, it all of a sudden turned into Naruto and Sasuke's love story, and I
Right.
don't understand why I don't know why he put so much emphasis on that. What he should have did, I felt like, was he should have built more of a relationship with Sasuke and all of the Konoha 11. That way, all of them felt some need to chase after him in some shape,
Right.
form, or fashion.
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
that's
them would
even
be like-
necessary because I think right what you said, Kishimoto turned it into a Naruto Sasuke love story, right? But he also showed the capability for it not to be that. Like, look at Shikamaru's arc in Shippuden with Hidan and Kakuzu. That arc had really nothing to do with Sasuke. That arc had to do with Shikamaru's basically taking revenge for the death of his master, right? That had to do with his story, and it was resolved basically with him getting his revenge. But Sasuke wasn't really involved.
But
at
you
all.
would consider that a side arc because of
That's to me is not side
because-
arc because Naruto in that arc developed the Rasen Shuriken, and in the end he used it to
But what I'm saying,
kill or basically defeat
but
Kakuzu.
in the grand scheme, it's a side arc that had some training in it for him to train and get a new power.
Basically.
And so he used
that was some of
and
the-
he
that was some of the
mastered
best writing
in
It was
Shippuden.
more of like, but let me finish. Kishimoto used a good writing technique, and he masked the training arc with some actual plot and story and character development. Do you get what I'm saying? But he
Right.
didn't continue
Basically.
that. So I can't give you credit when you did that one time. You get what I'm saying? You did
Right,
that
but I'm
one
saying
time.
I wish he kept that trend up instead of turning it into what you said, like just a fucking love story from Naruto and Sasuke.
He kind of did that later on when Naruto first unlocked Biju mode, kind of with the whole Guy versus fucking Kisame fight on the Lion Turtle Island or whatever the fuck.
Right.
That was pretty cool or whatever. But yeah, going back to the whole Sasuke love story shit, like literally, it seemed like as soon as Sasuke left the village during like Naruto Part 1, it was like, all right, bro, like what else is there to this shit? You get what I'm saying? Like there was nothing else to this shit, and I don't know if it was poor writing, but I felt like as soon as Sasuke left, it was like, all right, that should have been the end of Naruto Part 1. You feel me?
I feel like
then it should have just went.
I was about to say, I feel like Kishimoto set himself up to have arguably, if we're gonna keep it 100, Naruto had the potential to be the best shonen of his generation. Like if we gonna talk about, you know how people put One Piece up there,
it could have been all time.
Of all time, it could have been the best because it really started off when he started introducing all the other villages. It started becoming more of an open world series. If he could have elaborated on that, bro, and had everyone defined everyone's traits and skill set, that shit could have been raw. We could have had so many more fights. Instead, we got filler.
Yo, the Cloud Ninja was literally probably one of the best fucking additions to Naruto.
Bro, and they still didn't get the shine they deserve.
Fight.
Even then, though, I mean, they got way more. Shine
they got
they
got way more shine. But what I'm saying is, Kishimoto does a good job of giving you this foundation of rawness, and then not taking it where you want to take it. Like for example, if you go back on YouTube and you look up the whole the fourth grade ninja war, no filler, all the filler removed, and you watch just the canon pieces, it is the most unsatisfying thing to watch. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I was watching with my friend just 2 days ago, and we're sitting here and we're like, these fights are getting resolved too quickly. The emotional moments seem so forced. You get what I'm saying? Like it nothing felt like. I felt no true risk in a war arc. Like, how did I feel no risk in a war arc?
Because they were fighting fodder the whole time. They were just fighting Zetsus the whole time. And the real niggas they were fighting, they were just on some like friendship bullshit, like disappearing, like on some heartfelt shit. Like not even like them actually defeating them. It was just like on some therapy type shit. Like let's resolve like some unfinished business, and then I'm just gonna go away now. Like the fuck,
bro. And then also, bro, I felt like the way he executed Madara was like Madara. All right, when he first appeared, it was like, all right, Madara's that nigga. But then it got to a point where it's like, bro, what the fuck?
It was like he wasn't. Like, it's like he's not human anymore.
Yeah, like not even like that was the point. Like that's what he was trying to do.
In a way, he was.
It just seemed like he wrote himself into a hole.
That's why he randomly. That's why he.
That's what he did.
Killed Madara off. That's why he randomly just killed him off by Zetsu.
Yeah, and then, but then all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, Madara is supposed to be weaker than Kaguya, right? But then they still beat Kaguya. So it's like,
sense. But they didn't beat Kaguya though. They sealed her.
They sealed her, but they couldn't seal Madara. You know what I mean? Like it's weird.
I don't know. I feel like Madara should have. I'm not gonna say he should have lost to the 5 Kages, but I don't think he should have shit on them like he did.
No, he should have shit.
He definitely should have.
He definitely should have shit on them.
He should have shit. He should have fucking took his fucking. No, I ain't gonna.
He definitely let his nuts hang like he should have.
Because in my eyes, I feel like he did the 5 Kage worse than he did the army.
Yes, he did.
He definitely did.
That was the point.
Tsunade was literally in pieces. Like,
but that was more of a one-on-one. You feel me? I feel like compared to the war or whatever, he had more time to focus on them niggas. So of course he gonna whoop their ass.
You know what that goes back to? That goes back to fucking my bad. Not to be but like Power Gats. All right, but continue.
It doesn't go back to Power
Gats. I was just gonna say like that scene means more
So I feel like
Yeah.
they just pay more attention and put more detail into it.
I think at the time
Yeah.
it was. I think at the time too, me reading it weekly. I'm speaking on when it was coming out. It was one of the best moments I've ever read in Naruto because it was like, okay, yeah, Madara's not to fuck with, but it also had me confused, like who's beating him. Because up until that moment, it was made clear that the Kage was the pinnacle at the time, and Naruto was getting there, but we clearly know he's not nice enough to beat Madara. So who's beating him? That was the weird
That nigga
part.
Naruto ran when the meteor
Like-
came. Naruto ran. He
Well-
literally booked
well,
it when
that's
the
his
meteor, when the
clone.
meteor came.
So he was trying to keep the clone around because, you know, the clone was giving him recon of what was going on the whole battlefield. Which
It wasn't the
wrong.
clone sharing chakra, so if the clone
Yeah,
would've
the
been
rogue clone was
destroyed-
right. Yeah, so like he had
Yeah.
to, but at the same time, if it was actually him, he would have still ran. But I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah.
like
Fucking
It's just-
what happened?
I don't know, like I feel like Kishimoto, and I hate to always say this because I hate people in the TL who go, I'm not like one of those dudes who are gonna switch up on Kishimoto after growing up reading him. You sound hurt, bro. I grew up reading it, and I'm
Yeah.
disappointed, so I moved on. Like that's a thing.
Exactly.
You can do that.
Yep.
That's possible. Like you don't have to stick with something because you grew up
yeah,
with it.
bro.
You know what I mean?
I thought this should probably be like our last like part of this Naruto topic, but getting back to your thing about power gaps earlier, right? Because I wanted to touch on this shit. Another thing, my problem with it was also power gaps and shit. I felt like the way the fucking Kage were written, bro, was like
Yeah.
terrible. Like, all right, you're right. They're supposed to be like the pinnacle of power in the village, right? And I get the whole concept of them like as generations goes on, right? They kind of get like weaker and weaker, but like the gap from
Sarutobi
the-
to
the- you said-
Tsunade.
yeah, bro, it's fucking ridiculous. It should not like even Minato to fucking Sarutobi, the third Hokage, my nigga. Like, bro, that shit it's bad. It's fucking bad, bro. It is really fucking
I
bad.
agree. I feel, but so that leads me to, so that makes me want to ask, what shows do y'all think handle power gaps well?
Handle power gaps.
Yeah,
well.
like what shows do y'all think that y'all generally do not have quarrels with how they handle the characters and their, you know what I'm saying, their different power levels?
Let me go down my
Um,
list.
I don't want to be that nigga and say Reborn, but
I
I feel
feel
like
like-
Reborn's power gapping wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad. I don't think the power gapping was bad.
Let me see. I
I mean,
think
you got Hunter x Hunter as well, but
Hunter, I wasn't going to be that
Hunter
guy.
x Hunter
I wasn't,
straight.
because y'all know me, so I was going to stay quiet. I was going to let
Hunter
y'all.
I think does power.
Bleach handle it. Kinda
I was
well.
I was thinking Bleach, but the whole Espada,
The Quincy's.
the whole Goton 13 and the Espada thing, I felt like I don't want to say as pulls, but it's like I feel like
It's
the
reaching.
captains. The captains beating the Espada to me was low key a reach.
You think, bro? Because honestly, my nigga,
Okay.
I forgot his name, bro. The eighth head
Okay,
captain.
the dude that fought Stark. Okay, yeah, that one wasn't a reach.
Yeah,
But
Valid.
Toshiro versus Harabel.
I don't think that was a reach. Like it was a reach,
The
but I
battle
don't
was
think it was
the
a
battle
complete
was
reach.
stretched out
I
long enough
felt
for
like-
it to not look like a reach.
Yeah, I felt like Toshiro being the prodigy he's supposed to be. I felt like in
It
a
makes
sense, it
sense,
kind of
but it's like
It's tropey. It's really tropey.
I felt like if
how
you-
the whole battle went.
yeah, I feel like if
he is like, if you just look at it, how the battle goes, you don't take into consideration, he's a prodigy. He really shut down during the battle.
yeah, definitely. I feel like Toshiro, the way I feel like if he just developed Toshiro more as a character and like him training in general, I felt like it would have made a lot more sense for him to be Harabel. Like it made sense enough for him to be able to
I get what you're
beat
saying.
Harabel. That's how I look at it. But every other fight though made sense to me.
I'm trying to who fought Baragon?
Like Aizen completely shit on everyone. Huh? Fucking
Soy Fawn?
that one bitch. I forgot her name. Yeah, Soy Fawn. I think that fight, like where they had to like gang up on him, that shit made sense. I was like, all right, because Soy Fawn, fucking Kubo emphasized, he was like, how her fighting style is like she's more of an assassin type, you know. But once she brings out her Bankai, she's more of like a fucking an area of effect type person, you know.
Yeah.
And I felt like her getting help
Made
to
sense.
beat Berrigan made sense. It made sense, definitely. Aizen shit on everybody was exactly how it was supposed to be. It was well thought out, well flushed out, 100% executed fucking perfectly. Do y'all see any problems with that? The way Aizen fucked
I
up
don't
everybody?
see Aizen the fight, how he fucked everybody. I don't accept how he lost, and I don't accept the fact that he had his hands in everything. That part
Right.
sort of still like doesn't really connect fully with
And I
me.
don't like how was that nigga? Like how was it that nigga's Zanpakuto so fucking overpowered?
His Shikai?
She was fucking overpowered. Yes, that shit is overpowered.
I don't know the details behind how he
That
got it
nigga
like
is
that.
brainwashing niggas, and they're just not aware. Like,
Oh wait, you don't because this is the thing. They weren't like what Aizen did to the Gotai 13 was like completely fucking unheard of. Like nobody in the Soul Society would have fucking thought that at all. Like let's keep it a stack. So him showing everybody his Shikai and explaining it to him, he's like, oh okay, well it makes sense. You know, he's not going to use this shit against me like in the future. You know, but no, that's the complete
If
opposite.
he
how
shows
does
you,
nobody-
he's using
but
it.
like,
Aizen doing
how
that
does
was so
nobody think of that?
Yeah.
Like,
Because once he shows you, you're
Because-
already thinking what he wants you to think.
but I'm saying like, one, how the fuck does somebody get a power that broken? One, two, how the fuck does nobody think that like this nigga has this basically unlimited brainwashing, right? Unlimited this overly powerful ability to brainwash people, and you think he's never gonna use it against none of y'all niggas?
No, they
don't-
didn't. That's the thing. That's why everybody was so damn shocked. Because at the end of the day, like I said, he was a head captain, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like they weren't gonna like who the fuck will wait that long just to do
A
all that? You
genius.
get what I'm saying? Like nobody, a genius exactly. But what I'm saying is, you got to think of like how they live. You know, like everybody in that bitch like believes in like honor, quote unquote. And for Aizen to do that shit is like that shit's completely unheard of. Nobody would think of doing that shit, you know? Like you have to be real bold to do that shit. And Aizen was the one to do it,
I feel it.
you know?
Yeah.
Fuck that smart ass nigga.
I think I'm gonna back to my agenda. Hunter got the best power skill I've never seen in my life.
Of
That's
course.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
without
just
question.
gonna throw that on the table.
That's
Niggas
because
can take it
Hunter
or leave
Hunter
it.
is one of the few series to actually sit down and break down how their powers work.
Right. It
Like,
does it repeatedly
to
too.
that extent. Like they'll tell you what everyone has, who can have it, who can tap into what, and who can't, and what percentages they can use of different areas. Like
Basically, once Nen is introduced, like Gon and Killua basically spend the rest of the show or the anime learning more and more about Nen.
Nen.
Like it's so expansive. Like
right,
Mhm.
and it's almost like you're in the training though when they're doing this shit. Like you're learning, they're putting you on game
right.
for like 2 to 3 episodes, and you sitting through a classroom watching a diagram.
Right.
Of, I don't know, bro.
But you interested
Uh-huh.
Right.
because you really like. I feel like Nen is a realistic power. I know it's weird saying that, but it feels like a realistic power.
I
Like
know what you mean.
Like it feel like if we was to find out people like all the geniuses in the world had it, I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to make a
feel
statement on
that.
that though. I feel like people that say Dragon Ball's power scaling, like when they just try to completely throw it out the window, they don't
But shouldn't
understand
we,
that
though?
Ki. No,
No.
Ki is an actual thing. Ki is real. It's just life energy, and they act like it makes no sense that an extra They act like it makes no sense that an alien could tap into more ki than we could.
I'm about to
So
say
it's-
I don't understand what's the confusing part about it. I've actually never heard people complain about ki, so that's why I'm confused.
I'm not complaining
like,
about ki, but I'm complaining about the power scaling.
no,
gap
but I'm saying
between-
ki is their power. So when you try to throw the entire power scaling out the window of how do you power scale someone's ki? How do you scale that all the way? Is what I'm saying. So like I feel like you can only do that with certain series, and Hunter x Hunter, for them to go to the extent of explaining it, that's amazing. That's why I could give that to them. Like they have the most defined power scaling to where people understand.
Because there literally is a point though in Hunter x Hunter where you don't even think about this, and then you learn that you can quantify name, and you're like, wait, what? You can quantify this
I
shit?
feel like My Hero's power scaling isn't bad from what I've seen.
Theirs is good too. That's
It
another one.
is.
JoJo's is a good power scaling too.
I don't know nothing about that shit.
All right.
You said JoJo.
Nobody
You think JoJo's is a
nobody
good power
watches
scaler?
that. In
Who's
here.
No,
nobody?
I mean like I've watched a couple episodes and from like I can't even judge it, but I'm just gonna say the direction that I see them going into. I don't know much about the power, but everyone's shit is different.
Everyone's thing is different, and also with JoJo's, what you'll get out of JoJo's is it's not that people have different power levels. You just got to know how to use your ability better than somebody else. It's literally one of those things where it's like, are you smarter than me, or are you more lucky than me? Which one? And when I say luck, do you have more plot armor than me, or are you stronger than me? Which one? You get what I'm saying?
Literally, it's like the whole like fucking the devil fruit concept.
Yeah, One Piece. It's either you're stronger,
Like-
either you're just legit stronger than me, and I'm not a match for you, or my plot armor is just out here. Like,
Yeah, or it could just be a mix of both, where you know how to just use your fucking
Right.
devil fruit. You feel me? Like, for example, Luffy is a rubber man, right? But the way he uses his fucking
It's
his
smart.
devil fruit,
Right.
it's smart, and not only that, it's also powerful too at that, because he uses his gears. Now, I just got to gear 2. Like he just now introduced gear 2. He just whooped Blade No's
Blue
ass.
ass.
Yeah, we whooped that. He whooped the
smoked
fuck
that
out of
nigga.
him. But yeah, but I don't. Can anybody like access their gears?
but
as a devil
I think
fruit?
you have to
understand is wait. You have to understand is gears is what he calls the move.
Yeah, that's
Right.
his shit.
That's just him.
That's that's like his
his
power.
thing.
That's just him.
Yeah, he
That's
calls
his
it
thing,
gear
really.
2. That's just
The-
his thing.
That's
The
his
power-
Super Saiyan, so to
The
speak.
power shit in their world is hockey. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like certain people can manipulate different hockey, and what I'm starting to realize, I think in Eni's lobby, for Zoro especially, they introduce one of his hockeys, but they don't even let you know what it is.
No, they
Like,
don't.
That's
Oda
another
d-
point. And then when he fought Mr. One in Alabasta,
Oda does that in the part 1 where he does a lot of foreshadowing towards hockey, but you're not going to actually get hockey toward the end of part 1, and then
until
and then the time skip. Yeah,
Right.
and then the time skip. Then you're gonna start hearing hockey consistently, and it turns into, okay, well, you're not going into the new world if you don't have
unless
hockey,
yeah.
and
You
you're
gonna get
not
your ass
using
What's
it.
interesting, actually, look, I think Keith might actually have a point though, because what Zoro did against Mr. One in Alabasta, and I'm not gonna spoil the manga, but that concept has actually been, and even the same example Zoro used, like a sword that can cut steel, but yeah, won't cut a leaf if the wielder wills it to, right?
That's hockey.
Even that's
right?
exactly. So like that kind of then what Zoro did do in Alabasta is hockey.
Right, but
took
what
that
I'm saying is,
correct or
but what
incorrect?
I'm saying is that Oda put that there so y'all know that there is something, but he didn't tell us yet
Right.
because he
Right.
didn't want to expand on it yet. He had to make those gaps
mean,
clear. That's
and
all I'm
that's what's
saying.
nice.
That's
I
all I'm
thought
saying.
it was
That's what
just
Keith was
okay.
saying, though.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
exactly
I
what I
would just, but I'm
No,
piggybacking
that's
off
hockey.
the keys. I'm piggybacking.
Right.
I was just saying,
Right.
like, yeah, Oda did a good job of showing you, hey, this is something. But then it's the next part where he's like, okay, no, this is what it is now, and this is what you do, and this is how you use it, like type shit.
And that's how you know Oda goes back and reads his manga, because no one like you'll read some shit or you'll watch the adaptation and notice that it's so much that's missing, to where you can't expect the consumers to understand everything towards the end of the series.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said himself, like, he goes back and he rereads the manga every week.
He has to.
Mm-hmm.
He
I feel
really
like
understands
I
the
don't think
story.
he goes back and rereads. Oda just has notes.
Not the
He
Hey,
just has
okay.
notes.
I think he
Like,
reads
he
his
has
notes.
genuine
Like he
notes.
I think he
take notes.
I think he carefully plans, and I think he just really understands his
And
story
what direction
and
he
where
wants
he's
to go.
going with
Because
it.
nigga, I think his story is done. After all of the fucking
It's not done. It's not
the
done
breaks
because
and
It's
shit.
he
not
said that.
done.
No,
but
the
He said
ending-
that where
The ending is
He has
definitely
the
the
ending
end.
Oda has the ending.
He has
written,
the ending. He has
but
the idea
the
of the
thing
ending.
that happened in
He
between.
said he wants
Yeah.
over
He has
100
the idea of the
volumes at least.
He has the ending. I don't know about that, but I
I
know
think
he.
Oda has the ending or the general
Yeah,
idea.
he has
of
the
ending
general
written,
idea done.
But the things that are happening in between from
It's
here
organic.
until then,
Yeah.
that's
It's
I
He
don't
all
doesn't
think,
have
organic.
figured out.
yeah. I don't think it's organic,
No,
but I
it's
think it's definitely more
no.
freeform.
It's organic because he said that what he's going on in Wano right now, he did not plan for when he was planning out Wano and Whole Cake. He said this happened organically.
Okay,
that's
the
organic.
fact that he was planning an arc, that means it's not.
But if you're
completely
going
organic.
into an arc and he says I had an idea and it got scratched and I went somewhere entirely different, that's organic. That means wherever
Right. This-
you
then that
had
means this
going
arc-
on, that didn't matter anymore because you was
Right.
like, okay, no, I'm
I
going
can
to do
do
this
this
instead.
better.
I can do this. I can, like, that's me.
Right.
In my light novel I'm writing, the draft, I have this giant idea when I started. The next thing I know, I go, nah, you know what? And then I just switched it all up. That's organic. You're changing it as you're going through it. You think you had something, and then you're like, nah. Like that's organically doing what you're doing. Like you're in your creative process. You know what I'm saying?
That's where Oda excels at.
Right. But I don't think Oda is completely organic.
Yes,
though. That's
bro.
my
Even
point.
he's not completely, but even the supernovas. He said I came up with that the week of. He said he
Right.
came up with the supernovas the week
Right.
of.
Even the Shichibukai weren't the Shichibukai he created because he wanted the Strides to have adversaries between the Yonko.
Right, and that's organic.
That weren't quite as strong
that's
as
the
Yonko,
definition
but-
of organic. You get what I'm saying? That's
organic writing, but he does have certain things planned.
Oh, of course.
Of
So
course,
that's what
but that's irrelevant
Right.
when you can switch it all up and that's nothing. You get what I'm saying? I could tell myself, here's these characters I want to use, but then if out of nowhere I introduce 10 whole new characters and 10 whole new plot stories, that's more organic than it is planning. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like that's
Right, but you can have mangaka who can do that and it'll be garbage.
right, but we're not talking about them.
Because
We
it's
just talking
all-
about how Oda can just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
But I'm saying the reason why it succeeds for Oda is
because he's who he is.
he has a very clear direction of where he wants to take things. Like, and even when he adds onto it organically, like because he's so aware of that direction, he's able to pull it off, and it's not just some bullshit. Like if you look at Hiro Mashima, that's the kind of shit he does, where it's just like a bunch of shit introduced at once, and it has no weight, and it falls flat, and it's trash.
And that's process writing. That's why I say what Oda is different. Like, or when something happens organically to me as a writer, I'm thinking when I come up with some gas off of pure just spark, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is like, okay, cool. That trumps anything I did before, because if I just came up with that on the spot, clearly everything I had pre-planned, I was thinking too much. You get what I'm saying? Like it's, and then I get what you're saying. Oda knows what he sort of knows what he wants to do, but he also said, I will switch up my entire ending if someone guesses it. Like he said, if I'm on looking at these theories online,
I think that's Oda.
guesses
I think
it,
Oda's
I will
joking.
switch. I don't think he is at all.
I don't think he's joking.
I don't think he's joking.
I think that's
Wants
just,
to throw us through a loop.
that's just
He,
Oda just
I
being
think he
playful.
entirely will switch it up. I don't think that's a joke. I don't think he's joking when he says that.
And he can do that.
I think
because
he wants a
that
story
nice.
that can be
That right, because
completely-
he's that nice. I think he could also pull it off.
Man, y'all say that. Oda nice. Like I regard him as like the best really to
I
do
don't.
it, but
I don't regard him as the best.
Have you
I'm
seen
not
him
gonna-
fumble in art?
I do.
I'm just asking.
And in terms of shonen, I do. It's really just him and Togashi for me, but that's really it.
No, but I'm asking you, like, have you seen an arc that wasn't 9 out of 10?
Thriller Bark?
I'll give to the mark an 8.
Y'all gonna hate me for this one.
Please
Y'all
don't say
really
Skypiea,
gonna hate me
bro.
for this arc.
He can say
I give
Skypiea.
Skypiea
You
an
can't say
8.
Skypiea because Skypiea story.
Skypiea is
I wouldn't give
Skypiea
Skypiea
is a
a 9 out
solid
of 10,
8.
man.
I
and so is
mean,
Alabaster's an
I'm gonna
8.
give it a
too.
7 or
Alabaster's
an
an
8.
8.
I'm giving War of the
Alabaster's
Best
an
an 8. I'm not giving that a 9.
no
Are you
Water
a
7,
child?
nigga. Water 7, nigga. Oh, Water 7 now.
I'm
That
giving
shit's a 10.
I'm giving Alabaster.
Who has a
honestly,
child?
I
Alabaster
can't
takes
agree
a
with
6
that, bro,
at times.
because I feel like Skypiea to this day is one of the best as far as storyline.
How?
I don't know. I'm seeing it as an 8, bro. I give it an 8.5 at
That
max.
shit's an
I give it
8,
an 8.5
I
at
really-
max.
I
And
mean,
that's
I
not bad.
respect
That's not a
this
bad.
'cause
That's not a bad.
I'm gonna say Skypiea had very great
Diaz watched it,
payoffs.
bro, but I
in
don't
the
know.
end.
Diaz was so sleep on it from the beginning. I don't even know if I could take him.
No, nigga, no, I
Right.
was not, nigga. No,
I think he had a
I was
lot of
like,
people
oh
tell
shit.
him.
I was like, Skypia's environment, like all that shit is lit to me. All that shit was lit as fuck. The whole idea of like there being an island in the fucking sky that floats in the fucking clouds, my nigga, that shit is dope as fuck.
But
to me,
besides
you know?
that, though,
But-
from a political standpoint,
but then
when you place,
yeah, now from the political standpoint,
if you actually take the time, nigga, to see how Oda isn't afraid to put not even what his culture is going through, his people, but the world in general, and put that into his story, and not discriminate on either side. Just put it all out there, but in a fictional standpoint, you gotta clap it up for that nigga, bro. Like,
I feel like he's not the only one who do that though. I just feel like
I'm not even
what.
saying he's the only one. I'm talking about as far as rating this arc.
But even with Skypiea, yeah, he does that. But his execution, the arc is only an 8. You can look, or 8.5. You can look at what he was trying to do, and yes, it was still put. The point was still put across. It just isn't a 9 to me. It is not a 9. It's 8.5.
I'm saying,
I would give it.
I didn't care.
I'll say personally, it's a 9 for me, and I might enjoy aspects like minuscule aspects of the arc that a lot of people might not even recognize or fuck with. You feel me? So I mean, I feel like it's different to the consumer.
I feel like that. I feel like Skypiea,
Definitely.
it just it has moments. It has minuscule moments that are great, but they don't overshadow nothing enough to the point to where it's a 9. Like that's just how I feel. It's like it's one of those things where I'm like, at some point I was like, I'm liking what I'm getting, but I'm sick of getting it. So can we move on? Like that's sort of what I sort of got with Skypiea. It's like, can we
literally like
go on now? Like I get it now. Next, you know what I'm saying? Like.
The thing with me and Skypiea, it was like I didn't give a fuck. Like it got to a point where it's like, all right, bro, it's either you're gonna fucking tell me what the fuck is going on and allow me to be in a loop, right? Or just like fucking just completely fucking disregard it because I'm over it at this point. Because it was like, oh yeah, because it seemed like every single time when they were about to explain like the whole shit with the Shandians and the angels and stuff. And like their whole like little like fucking conflict that they had going on, I thought it was finally like going to be like fleshed out. But every single time they were about to get to that point, it was like, oh, we're gonna go over here. It's like, okay, my nigga,
what the fuck's going on?
But that's in any arc.
Like, I don't care anymore.
That's just Oda's writing style.
Oda. He does that.
But the thing is though, it seemed like once I found out like what was going on, it was just like I didn't care anymore.
I get what you saying.
Know? Like it just seemed like
you personally like combat. I feel like if you watch,
it's not even.
I'm not gonna lie, my man Day.
It's not even combat. I didn't mind the combat.
Kodo Avi and K Project is not combat.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is not.
It's not combat at all.
I should say action because action doesn't necessarily mean fighting.
K Project is not action.
It's not.
No.
But I think One Piece is just a very like
it has
action.
Yeah,
K Project has some action.
It ain't. An action card is not enjoying
the way
K-Project.
Oda executes.
Because I watch One Piece, like, no, I'm not gonna say that I only watch it.
The way Oda executes arcs is like it's a very slow burn. Like, and to me, that kind of writing where the payoff is like explosive. I mean, Skypiea wasn't really.
That's what I mean.
I still think the payoff was really great.
I
think it's so good at building up arcs though that in the end it's like, damn, bro, I'm glad I sat here through this, gathered all the info he gave me, and it's almost like if you like, I don't know how attached I get into the arcs. But for me,
I'm a
nigga,
Hunter stand, so that should already tell you.
every arc that nigga put out, I
Weirdo.
told this nigga Don, I said every arc Oda put out, nigga, I get teary eyed on God. I don't give a fuck. It is like,
Facts.
I can't
cut too.
speak on that one. I ain't got teary eyed yet.
nah, I
and
feel
nothing.
you, but I'm just keeping it real though. I'm saying like
I get that.
I fuck with his writing, and it really, that's just really all it is to it. Like just how he puts things together, his sentence structure alone, like how his dialogue just hits you, bro. I don't know, it's different.
Yeah, I
I
feel like
feel
that.
that.
I feel like that with
But-
Oda. I just feel like Togashi do it better.
Yeah.
Man, but I mean, we already knew that though.
See, I'm
We
talking
already knew
about-
say that.
See, now I feel like a weirdo.
Yeah,
Because you
the
ain't got no
only
taste. It's
understand
because you ain't got
anything.
no taste.
No, I feel like
But-
a weirdo because I don't feel like War of the Best was all that.
Ooh, can we have that
Wait, what'd you say?
conversation? What do you think
What'd
of
you
the War
say?
of the Best? What do you give it out of 10?
I mean, I might give War of the Best like an 8.
I give it.
Man,
I
that's
give it
10
an
out of 10.
8.5.
I don't-
Max.
What?
I give it an 8.5, and if I'm like in the mode, I give it a 9.
that for
Give
Read
Marine forward because
Oh, hold on, wait. Before we move on, real quick, my bad. I wanted to end my Skypiea point. Keith, so I was trying to say was I felt like the problem with Skypiea for me was the pacing, and it seemed like a couple of episodes, like a good chunk from like I think it was like episode 160 to 170 was a whole lot of nothing going on. That's what it seemed like to me. It was just a whole bunch of fucking nothing, and it was like, okay, bro, like we just
Luffy
Well,
was in
we
the
gonna move
stomach of
fuck
that
on.
monster.
I
Through
literally-
that, wasn't he?
for like 50 episodes,
He went
bro.
through that with Luffy. Yeah, he was in the. But in the manga, it wasn't
Like,
that. It
bruh.
didn't feel that long. That's the scary thing about the manga and the anime. The manga, it don't feel that long.
like, bro, literally, I skipped from like episode
Nigga said he
165
skipped
to episode
episodes.
170, and usually,
What, nigga?
no, hold on, literally, usually, hold on, usually, right? If I skip an episode in One Piece, I feel like, oh shit, like what the fuck did I just miss, right? But from the span of episode 165 to 170, I didn't miss anything at all, completely nothing at all. Like that one that one little small mini ass recap, I already knew what the fuck was going
This
on.
nigga
Okay.
said,
I mean,
That's
I'm gonna keep it
that's
100
how
with
bad
you.
Skypiea
If you
was.
said
to me.
you skipped 5 episodes, you definitely missed something because the only time, like the nearest point where he has actual filler that you can skip and you don't miss any story is in Eni's lobby. That's like that's the closest arc where you can skip 7 episodes where they do flashbacks and you get back and it's like, okay, I ain't miss anything.
But then you'll be missing Robin's
Bro,
backstory.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm saying
Robin's backstory is fucking
it's
crucial like
certain
shit.
episodes that you can definitely skip. Like when they went back and did Luffy, they just definitely they put the first episode up, or no, like the 4th episode, and just had it replayed.
And so, on that being said, and I think we should make this our last topic. What can we
I got the dip.
describe? I want everybody just to give me what you think is bad pacing. That's it. On the last final note, what do y'all think is considered bad pacing? Because recently in this Black Clover arc, I've been seeing a lot of debates over bad pacing and a lot of unnecessary reveals going on in this arc. So based on that conversation been going around, what do y'all think
from what
bad
I've
pacing
heard,
is?
from what I've heard from it,
Not
This is Tokyo Ghoul
necessarily,
anime
not
is on.
necessarily based on what you heard of Black Clover. I'm just saying bad. That's what made
No,
me
just
think
like,
of
what
this.
do you
So
think
what
bad
is
pacing is?
what do you consider bad pacing? That just,
Tokyo Ghoul Re.
I don't think
No,
that's bad
like,
pacing. I think that's just stuff being left out.
yeah, that's just clearly stuff being left out.
Bad pacing
No,
is
it's
when
both, my nigga.
a mangaka will introduce an arc, right, and say they only gave half of a backstory or whatever, and then the rest is fighting for like 15 episodes, and then you're stuck wondering why the fuck they're fighting, and then they throw it in at the end, and then it ends up not making sense. I feel like pacing you have to have that kind of dialogue in between each big scene. And I feel like you can have 100 episodes. You can have 100 arc episode. 100
Episode
episodes
arc.
in an arc. Yeah.
And it not be bad pacing.
And it not be bad pacing because everything makes sense, right? Like you're engaged in every
But
episode.
you can have a 25 episode arc and that be bad pacing.
And you're lacking information, and it's almost like, bro, this shit is dragging on.
But then
now,
you can
right?
also have 100 episode arc that's dragged on and a 25 episode arc that's like hits. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I feel like it all comes down to how you add information and you add action, I guess, or irrelevant scenes.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna build on that and say, to me, when you have a story, right, like when you have a progression of events and you have these characters within the story progressing along with the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, bad pacing is when the story is no longer progressing, right? Or like the characters aren't, learning
They're
more
being
about
stagnant.
themselves, or things aren't being right. But sometimes stagnant in a story is all right, but only if the story is stagnant, we're learning new things, right? Things that are meaningful to the progression, that when the story picks up again, is gonna like kickstart the characters.
Right.
Like in Zoe, when we learned about the
So that to
poneglyphs
me-
and stuff like that.
Right. Like that to me was a stagnant moment in One Piece, but they also had the moment where the the Zoe habitants revealed like the whole Raizo is here. He said that moment, like to me, like shocking moments like that can like drive characters and like bring some emotion into the show. I don't mind stagnant if it gives me moments like that. But to me, slow pacing is when it's just stagnant. No new information is being revealed. Things just seem very pointless unless like the plot of the moment is that it is.
But I'm not asking about slow
right?
pacing. I'm asking about bad pacing because I don't think slow equals bad pacing.
That to me is, but slow pacing. If it's slow paced, because let me give you One Piece. One Piece is like a very slow burn, slow paced story at times, but in those that's Oda, but he's giving us information and setting us up for the climax.
Which is why I
of the
don't
arc,
consider that
right?
bad pacing.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I don't consider that. I don't consider slow pacing bad pacing if we're receiving new information, if the characters are learning about certain things in that time.
I'm trying to think of an anime that's paced badly, so we have a basis for it.
I think Black Clover is a badly paced show.
100%.
I think it's
It
badly
is.
paced
Nah,
altogether.
honestly,
I think
If we gonna
it
keep
is-
it 100, part 1 of JoJo's is very bad paced. I mean, like it's
I've
I've
never
never
seen
seen
it.
it, so I
It,
can't.
It's off nice.
it leans on the bad. It leans on the badly paced side. I do agree.
You think?
I think it leans there, but it isn't there. If that makes sense.
like people. If for someone to tell me, "Hey, bro, keep watching, just get to part 4."
That's not. Wait.
Like, bruh.
I don't agree with that though, because you will find different parts lovable for you depending on who you are.
I feel that.
Because
Yeah.
somebody would even though part 4 is the part that really got me into JoJo's, but it's not the reason why I kept reading JoJo's. You get what I'm saying? I did enjoy some aspects of part 2, and I did enjoy some aspects of part 3, and I did enjoy some aspects of part 1. You get what I'm saying? I did enjoy those. So it's not like when people say to me, when people used to say that to me, like, just get to part 4, I used to be like, okay, why am I watching 3 parts if this is the part that's going to make it even worth it? Like, what am I wasting my time for?
That's
And
what
I
I'm
think
saying.
that's a bad way, but that's a bad way for someone to tell you because they are really wrong. Because part 2 is goodly paced. Part 3 is nicely paced. With JoJo has issues and it just has ass pulls, but that's a whole different topic for a different time. You know what I'm saying? But I think for me, something that's badly paced is just if it don't make sense. It could be fast paced and be fine. It could be slow paced and be fine. But if it just don't make no sense, it's just if it's too I feel like if there is a such thing as just too many reveals. You can tell me too much in one arc. You get what I'm saying?
Like
Like-
what I heard in the new Black Clover. My bad to cut you off, but it's like, oh, it's the elves. Oh, Nero's actually a girl. Oh,
It's the demon. Oh, the original Wizard King is now here. Like what? Yeah,
Yeah, like,
that
sounds like it flows
the
in.
original Wizard King is now revived from like a stone statue. Like this is what I mean.
But they
This is
eating that
what I
shit up
mean.
though.
Oh
Like,
wait,
they love
wait,
that
have they
shit.
finally found all the gems?
I think so, but I'm not reading it, so I'm just going off what I know
But-
from the TL.
But
Right, I haven't read Black Clover in
That
a while.
shit sounds like a fucking mess. Cause nigga, from where I left off, that shit sounds like a mess.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
a lot going on, and they're also fighting a demon that has word magic, reality magic. I mean, so he'll say, you'll throw a spell at him, and he'll literally say reverse, and the spell reverses. How are you beating him?
Right.
I don't know if Asa's anti-magic sword can do
But
anything to that shit.
but he's also a demon, like the demon in his book.
That's GG.
So what are we talking about?
Unless the original Wizard King comes back and he has like some, I don't know, some fucking bullshit
That's what I'm saying.
anti-demon magic. Or,
Right. That's what it's gonna be.
Yep. Either that or fucking has some bullshit
I feel
anti-demon
like
magic.
in Asta's backstory should be explained somewhere in between where the anime is now.
Because
It should have
apparently
been
now Yuno has
I feel
some
like
connection
it's
to
not
Lich.
explained yet.
Now he has some connection to Lich at like his son or something like that, like this
I heard
son
that.
or something like that.
Yeah, I thought you.
So
was
now I
off.
don't know. It's nothing officially been said. Nothing officially.
But we're episode 84, 85 come out this
Chapter
week.
290, 200 and something.
Why are we 85 episodes, 200 and something chapters, no backstory for our main characters?
That was what made they should have been, like I said, since the beginning. Ever since they like, all right, hold on. First off, they should have been to that shit at like fucking episode or I don't know, like probably fucking chapter 15 type shit, bro. They should have been fucking established their
chapter
backstory
100.
ever since they had
by
the
chapter
flash.
100 at the latest.
Yeah, even by then, like, bro, that shit should have been fucking explained and all that. And it, not only that, bro, the whole Lich fight, bro, like when he first got revealed in fucking Yami fought him and shit, like that whole sequence.
That whole
weird.
sequence
Like,
is weird.
it just didn't make any
because
sense. It was
made it
weird
seem
as
like
shit.
Yami was finna
'Cause-
one shot them right after everybody.
But not even that, cause what? Then that whole situation lead up from fucking like kids getting fucking kidnapped
Yes,
in the village or some shit.
Yeah.
Like it was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? It was like, how did shit escalate like this, bro? Like, and it wasn't like one of those enjoyable moments where like, oh, like
It's
you know
like
in
characters
Berserk, right,
randomly
where,
arrived.
yeah, right. Like you know how in Berserk, I don't know if
I
you
do
guys read
know.
Berserk or not, but in every single like whenever like some crazy ass arc is about to happen, like you remember when they shit, what was that? When I think when that nigga Griffith like finally like got like revived from like
Yes.
the second time or
Mhm.
whatever, Doncho, in the one castle, like I wasn't expecting that, right? But on the same token, like it made sense. You get what I'm saying?
Berserk doesn't have
Because
those
of their
issues.
setting and where they were at. Yeah. But like with this, it was like, all right, kids are being kidnapped. Then all of a sudden, the fucking head of the
Main villains.
the the terrorist, yeah, like just pops up. Like what?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, bro. It was just, the whole thing was weird. Whole thing was weird. That's the main reason I dropped it, to be honest. Like that shit was just, all of it was just bad pacing
That's
for
how
me.
I feel.
Did
I
they
wasn't
ever
enjoying
name the new Wizard King?
No.
To me, if Yami isn't the new Wizard King, I'm Black
Why
Clover
would
don't
he?
make sense.
He's not gonna be the new Wizard King, bro. You know that.
I don't know. I
Why
feel
would
like
he?
Yami is the strongest captain.
If anything, Fulgilion should have been the
Nigga
fucking
was
next Wizard
not.
King, but yeah, literally. So who's
But like
supposed to
for
be the next
the
Wizard
build
King?
up for
Nobody.
the Yami light fight when that was happening, and then he was like, "Oh," and then everybody pops up and he's like, "Oh, guys, I was just getting ready to unlock a new form or whatever." Like it was
dude.
set up for him to have the potential to one shot them.
Yami seems like the Deadpool of the
Basically.
fucking Black Clover universe.
With a cigarette in his mouth.
He's just aware of the fourth wall. He's just aware of it. He's like, yeah, guys, I was just about to fucking get an ass pool.
Yeah. Basically.
Like, oh my god, bro, Black Clover stands, man. I swear,
Well,
y'all got a lot. To
That's
deal
one
with.
of our next topics for next time.
Or Black I don't know.
I feel like this is a pretty nice get together, y'all.
It was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. I hope everybody else enjoyed the first episode. It was just bits and pieces and just giving a feel of what's gonna be going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, next time we'll definitely be
Yeah.
more structured and shit. Like, it's
But-
12 o'clock in the morning.
You know, I'm glad we was able to get this linked up, fellas.
Finally, it been
I,
Right.
let's
Finally.
do. let's
It took a hell of a long
get
time.
our
bro.
closings done for the people. Let's start with the boy Deus. First but not least.
I'm that nigga. And read Solo Leveling, my nigga. I'm into pushing that agenda in this bitch.
Throw your ad
Read
one
that
more time for the
motherfucker.
people.
Look.
We
That
pushing
kid
agendas.
Deus,
Don't worry about it.
I don't feel like spoiling that. I don't feel like spoiling that whole shit. I'm gonna figure that shit out yourselves. But yeah, bro. Yeah, y'all niggas need to read Solo Leveling. That shit is pure gas. Y'all not gonna regret that shit. You feel me? But
Next, my
read
boy
that
Bino.
Hey, you already know Gambino, Go Bino on Twitter. Go ahead, read, watch Shield Hero, Straight Heat, Gas.
Boo.
Get him out of here.
Straight Gas. Go ahead. I'm not
Oh,
even.
bro.
I wouldn't lie to y'all. Why would I lie to y'all? Inuyasha.
Nigga, you said
see, I was doing
Inuyasha
that
was
one.
better than
Inuyasha
you was
better
already
than
you
DBZ.
was
Go ahead,
already
check it.
dogging my hero. We can't
Shit,
even
go
do
ahead,
it.
go
Let
ahead,
that
check it
man
out.
live.
Check it out. Hey, Inuyasha better than DBZ. My hero ain't all that great. Shield Hero, gas. I'm out.
And he's getting kicked out the podcast. All right.
Right.
Next up is my boy Hero.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, XXXGHero. Watch Gundam Unicorn.
Watch
Watch
Gundam
Wing.
Unicorn. Top five.
That's gonna be topic next time.
We're talking about
Gundam
mechs,
next
bro.
time.
Real talk. It needs more love.
Facts.
And
Yeah.
then last
Zoid's
but
the
not
best
least, my
mech.
boy Keith. Shut up. You're done now.
Hey,
Last
look,
but not
yeah,
least, Keith.
it's your boy Keish. You feel me? Go follow me at Daddy Fat Sacks. That's a P and an H with 2 T's in the fat, baby. And look,
This
go ahead
nigga
and
hate
watch. Go ahead and talking about OG Dragon Ball and culture yourself. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Much love.
And to remind the people, my name is Doncho, your least favorite tweeter. D. Lucille with an L after the I, not Lucifer.
I still didn't. I
Yeah,
did not know it was L,
Lucifer.
yo,
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like Crollo Lucifer. That's my big brother. You know what I mean? So,
Oh,
you know what
my
I'm saying?
goodness.
Oh,
That non having ass nigga.
first
fell
of
my
all,
ass.
he been got it back. You're late.
Spirit.
Ooh, read
Oh, wow.
Hunter x Hunter.
I don't read the manga.
Read Hunter x Hunter.
This nigga anime.
Read Hunter x
Speak
Hunter,
to
boy.
Doncho about Hunter x Hunter.
Rewatch
Said
Hunter
Hunter
x
x
Hunter,
Hunter,
boy.
but y'all think GBZ?
You mean hiatus?
Y'all
Ex
think
hiatus?
Gas.
DBZ to go?
Oh,
Gas.
brother. He said
Oh,
hiatus.
Here we go again. Hiatus x hiatus. The fans came up with the term. That's our term. Gas x gas. My nigga, it's gas. You're sweet.